Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tripod Beer Runs
Oh
post
shit.
Double or Nothing show. That's right. The Beer Runs returns for a post show tonight. We got our man Stixy Drip Drip on board on the Beer Runs. We got, of course, Big Carpe, the best decent champion of all space and time.
Seen it, bitch. You know what it is.
And
And we
newly crowned rap king of APPW,
Bonk.
MC Brettzky, the great Brettzky 99.
You know it. You know it.
We are here to break down
Let's do the title
AEW's
for this.
Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Wow, were we impressed, because usually they deliver us a shovel full of shit. But tonight was different. We kick it off with the pre-show, the buy-in, if you will. It was NWA Women's Champion Serena Deeb versus Riho. Pay-per-view with fans is always good. I love the full house. It was awesome feeling that energy.
It was bright outside.
Serena was looking at blind.
Serena in black gear, Riho in her Halloween costume from grade school. Serena with the half surfboard locked in, gouging the nostrils of Riho. Multiple guillotine or front chanceries. Holds through the ropes. Very aggressive Serena, looking like a sweaty American Kaylee Ray. Whooping Riho's ass.
What the disrespect?
Riho comes back with the coup de grace, a 619. Oh, wait a minute. Tiger feint kick. Gets a 2.5 count. Serena continues attack on Riho's left leg. Double leg dragon screw from turnbuckle. Riho's mouth busted. Executes a snapdragon suplex. Serena locks in single leg crab. And Serena also executes what they said was a Mandalay Bay is hairy leg screwdriver by Sir. I don't know what he said.
Bay, what was Vegas?
Deep wins with a single leg crab.
Vegas?
This is a better match than Riho usually puts on, so I actually gave it 5 pretzels. We'll go with our special guest of the night, Stixy Drip Drip. It's Riho versus Serena Deeb for the NWA Women's Championship. What were your thoughts, my friend?
I thought it was a pretty good match. I think they said that Riho is officially moved to the United States, so it'll be interesting to see if she's becomes more of a consistent women's wrestler, which even if she does, we all know that ain't helping the fucking division. Nope. So it was probably one of the better Serena D matches we've seen, and I gave it 5 pretzels myself too.
Julius _Ceizar, did you take a shit during this match, or did you fast forward through it?
No. So I didn't take a shit, but I got back and I was living the hit real life. I was eating chicken and I was watching some I was actually watching you fucks before I joined during this match. So I was watching you fucks before I joined on the tripod sessions, which you can find on the fat fucks that says Double or Nothing is behind him. You can find it on his YouTube channel, because if you're watching it now, it's on his shit. But if not, his name is Mangria Fuel, you bitches. Yeah, bitch.
Soon to be employed by AEW.
Yeah, bitch. So yeah, I was eating some chicken during that. And then I was like, I don't care about this match. I'm just gonna show up at 8 o'clock. But I finished early. Because I was watching some shit earlier beforehand. I was eating the chicken. I was doing the NEC Life hit row, NEC. And then I ventured over to this match, and I was halfway through, and it still kept, and I was like, oh shit, doing some shit. And it got my entertainment, it got me interested halfway through. So I was like, oh shit. So I rewound a little bit, but then I still fast forward to the shit I got, and I was like, oh shit. This bitch is doing some work. Not to call no hoe no bitch. Not to call no hoe no bitch. But they were doing some work.
Available at Mangria Fueled at spreadshirt.com.
Yeah.
Go buy that shit up.
Buy that shit up. Tell them we'll tell them the link afterwards.
Yeah.
But no, definitely. Halfway through, when I did join the computer here to watch the buy-in, the last half of the buy-in, they got my attention. Yeah, it was bright outside. It was sunny in Florida, it was good stuff. And they put on a show. I was actually mad I didn't start at the beginning of this match because I was like, God damn, Serena Deeb doing that work, Riho doing that work. You know, they weren't really. Somebody wasn't really carrying the other one, but they were doing some shots, and I liked it. And if I had to give it a rating, because I guess we do ratings and we count it in the predictions, I gave it 6 in the salt. I gave it 6 in the salt.
What?
No,
Wow.
I like this. I like this match from what I saw, because it was good moves, it was good transitions, it was good rep work, and like Riho had the knee, and I know Riho's one of the major Riho moves is the knee, and she had a weak knee that Serena like countered on, but then still Riho hit her big shit, but it like her knee was fucking her up, and then right before Serena hit that real big submission, she slammed that bitch's knee like 50 times to the mat, and then hit that shit, and I was like, damn, that's gangster, and yo. Respect Serena Deeb. I like that shit.
Oh boy.
I gave it 6 in the salt.
Oh boy. Ceizar is fully sauced. Brettzky. He's being generous tonight. Brettzky, what were your thoughts on the buy-in match of Serena Deeb versus Tiny Riho?
Well, he ain't being generous enough, actually. I'll get to that in a bit. First thing I want to address is I'm in a very good mood. I'm in a very good mood because I just came off of watching one of the greatest things to ever happen to the wrestling business. And in case you're wondering, I think you all know exactly what I'm talking about, and that is the debut single from the great Brettzky 99. His new APBW theme song, which you can find on Mangria Field's YouTube as well. And Double or Nothing also happened. But the second thing I want to bring up in vein of that is we'll get to it later, but Platinum Max Caster, because everyone loves the Acclaimed. We all know his rap that he had tonight, which we'll get to again later. But I saw in the story just now, apparently on Twitter, in combat sports, Edge is trending. And he circled it in his story, and he said, haha, you're welcome.
Wow. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. I just saw that. I had to bring it up before I forgot. But, I really enjoyed this match. Emotions aside and happiness aside, this was the best women's match of the night by far. I forgot how annoying Riho's music was and when she came out. And I was like, oh, it's Riho. I forgot about Riho. This match has more build than Archer and Miro, and that is sad. Serena, the little things that Serena Deeb does, like she has such a nice headlock. Like you take shit for granted, then especially when you watch AEW, just dive, and then Serena just has like this vicious ass headlock, and you're like, damn, that's nice. Serena with the disrespect to Riho, slapping her when she goes to shake her hand. AEW does not deserve Serena Deeb, and then she has an awesome counter to the sunset flip and almost gets a submission. A lot of really good shit. The one thing that I really love that Serena Deeb did was something that we don't see a lot anymore, and that was she had Riho in the ropes with the front chancery. She held on to a 4 count. I don't know if Ceizar, I don't know if you saw this or not, but this was kind of towards the general beginning of the match. So Riho went in between the ropes. Serena had the front chancery on for a 4. She broke it at 4, and then she got it right back on for another 4 count. And it was
no. So I did not see that because I was watching the tripod. So when I came in, it was literally like. It might have been like 7:42 because I expected this match to start at 7:30, and I was watching the trap. Your rant was still going on about Tony Skeets. When your rant ended, I literally switched over because I was watching on my TV because I watch YouTube on my TV, and then I went to the computer and I put it on YouTube with you guys and the fucking and the pre-show. And I was watching both, and I think I heard this on the YouTube, but I really wanted to pay attention because I was more paying attention to your rant on Tony Skeets. And when I switched over, like I think that moment just happened.
Okay, much appreciated support for the rant. Fuck Tony Khan, of course, but
of course, no, yeah. Wait. If we're talking shit about Tony Khan, I don't give a fuck what's happening on TV or fucking pay-per-view. We're talking shit about Tony Khan. His fucking horrible business plan, his horrible promos, and his horrible ranking system. But yes, please continue about the wrestlers who are promoting his company and not this fuck boy wearing skeeted t-shirts behind the ring.
But yeah, Riho, obviously, I love that. Just this little stuff Serena Deeb does. This match may have told the best story psychologically of any match that I've seen on Dynamite or AEW for the past however long, of just the whole thing, like you guys brought up, of Riho's knees, where Riho would get like a little bit of offense in, but because Serena is such a ring general with like the woman of 1,000 holds, she would have a comeback, but she couldn't do anything else after that. So Serena would then just snuff out the comeback after one move or two moves, and she would go back on top. Yeah, and it was just, there's so much good shit. I mean, the double dragon screw is great. And then Serena turned the Meteora into the Boston Crab. It was just all great. I gave this 7. I gave the 7 pretzels right here.
The reverse double dragon screw. Like,
yes,
that shit was really good too.
This
shit was really good.
This was a phenomenal way to kick off the night. Serena Deeb is maybe the best wrestler on that show, and she's not even on that show. Serena Deeb, I cannot say enough.
The sad part is, yes, you're right. The sad part is she's not on that show. And why the fuck is not the rest of the NWA people on this show?
Yeah, oh yeah.
But we can skip that later. But this match deserved to be on the show because there was only one other women's match on the show, but this match deserved it.
Yeah, this was such a good way.
Only one match I rated lower, and we'll get to it. But the show finally starts.
Really?
It's Brian Cage dressed in recycled Triple H.
You're not gonna stick? What do you thought?
The show finally starts. It's Brian Cage dressed in recycled Triple H Terminator gear, looking like a walking hot dog, versus Hangman Adam Page.
I literally tweeted this.
Horse with a hangover. Cage rams Hangman spine first in the ring post, dominates match after that. Cage was curling Hangman's body, and Hangman reversed it with a crucifix bomb, even though all of Cage landed on Hangman from it. So I don't know who benefited from that. Hangman moonsaults off the top rope on the Cage on the outside, hits a top rope hurricanrana. Fans are going wild. Love that real crowd noise. Cage mounts some offense, including a one-arm swinging neckbreaker and a Cesaro suplex to outside of the ring onto stage. An F5 from the second rope into ring, attempts a buckshot lariat, which Taz is like, "What are you doing?" But Hangman counters into his own F5. He misses his buckshot lariat. Cage folds his ass in half with a German suplex. Hangman lands on his neck. Ouch. Hook and Ricky distract. Gives Brettzky the extra point.
Yes, they did.
They throw the FTW. Well, Ricky throws the FTW belt in the ring. Cage rejects it. Hangman winning with a buckshot lariat. I was fucking impressed with this match. I really liked it. I gave it 7 pretzels. Brettzky, what did you think of Brian Cage versus Hangman Adam Page?
I was kind of surprised this went on first, especially with the match that came on next. I was surprised that they didn't switch the order up of those 2 matches. But, you know, I'm not going to complain. I will also say I was already hyped as fuck for this match because Ceizar, when Ceizar and I were texting, he was trying to help me out with the fucking setup for the watch the live stream, so I was behind. And all of a sudden, like, I just about to start the match, and he goes, "Yo, you were right." And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Fucking Ricky Starks." And I'm like, "Yes." So I was already hyped as fuck from the beginning of the match. My first note, of course, has to be LMAO Cage's gear.
God.
I tweeted about it. You know, Stix was following my tweets all night. I respect.
Fuck
that.
yeah, man.
I got a couple extra likes from it, but you know, from other bitches. But Stix,
I'm hoping your girl, the good doctor, likes yours. That would be freaking awesome.
I would fucking cry.
Dude, that he deserves. I mean, I've had Santos retweet one of my tweets. We got to get Ceizar retweeted by Britt Baker.
Oh fuck yeah!
But it was at the beginning of the match. I was just like, "Shh, Britt Baker is wrestling."
Oh, I forgot to say Ricky and Hook get up in Cage's face after the match.
Yeah. So Hangman was getting brutalized like from the beginning, especially got on the outside. Like he got a little bit of offense, but Cage was really dominating, and that was kind of the whole point of the match. I agree with Mangria. Fans back is nice. It was really nice to have it back. Cage was really dominating most of it to start, and he had a hell of an Irish whip to Hangman. The one thing though, when he did the bicep curls, they're getting old to me because we just saw Jade Cargill do this on Friday. She does it every match. Cage does it a lot. We see some other wrestlers do it. So it's kind of getting old a little bit, kind of save it, I feel like, for like the biggest shows. Or if you're just either do it for the big shows or do it for like the guys who's like, "Oh yeah, of course you can fucking bicep curl Marco Stunt. No shit, he's like 2 pounds." You know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so Hangman did a beautiful moonsault. And I love the sequence of the top rope. He goes for the Hurricane Rana, then Cage counters it, but then Hangman counters the counter and he goes for the Hurricane Rana anyway.
God bless you.
Poison Rana. Poison Rana.
Poison Rana, yes. Oh, bless you, Miss Mangria.
Happy birthday. Still happy belated birthday, Miss Mangria.
Yeah, so Cage, I don't know if you guys noticed this, the fucking one-armed neck breaker he did. That was fucking incredible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Taz on commentary too. Taz was great on commentary today. Because
he's so gold on commentary.
Just the dynamic of him being like, yeah, go Brian Cage, and every now and then when Cage would kind of start to falter or do stuff he didn't like.
Whenever his guys start to get beat up, he goes, "Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Come on, Cage! Come on, Cage! Yeah, kick out! Kick out! Come on! Yo, I knew it'd kick out. I knew it'd kick out.
It was great. Yeah, then the fucking Cesaro suplex to the ramp, that was incredible. What the fuck, Cage? I don't know. I think it was supposed to be an F5, but it didn't really look like an F5 off the top rope, like into.
I think it was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be an F5, but it didn't really.
Yeah, that was awesome.
But then I loved the buckshot attempt from Cage into the Hangman's own F5. That was awesome. Cage with a brutal German. And then, hey, it's Ricky Starks. Give me that extra point, Mangria. Starks throws in that FTW title. Cage refuses to use it. I feel like this is setting up the demise of Team Taz potentially. Then Hangman hits the buckshot for the win, and he, you know, as Mangria mentioned after the match, he goes to like say, "What the fuck you guys doing?" Taz is pissed off that he didn't take the help. Cage is pissed off that they tried to help, and then he goes to attack Ricky, but Ricky's like, "Hey, no, my neck," so he just fucking pushes Hook instead and leaves. I gave this 7 pretzels and the salt. This is a very good way to kick off the main card. I think it. Following the women's match as well, it was very good. Yeah, I enjoyed mostly everything about this match. It was a fun way to start off.
Ceizar, Cage, and Page. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. So I agree with a lot what Brettzky said, but the only part I disagree with is mostly what Brettzky says about the luchador matches. Like, so in the middle, like Brettzky, like you say, they do a lot of like quick moves to keep the pace popping. They did a lot of power moves to keep the pace popping. Because if you notice, it was like Poison Rana to double power bomb to out of it Poison Rana to whatever. And I was like, damn, I'm like, yo, this is great, but it's a lot of power moves, quick. Which like I get. But like their power moves should have an impact. They should have a count. Like when Page hit those bam power bombs, and then Hangman flipped out of it to hit some shit, and then hit a Poison Rana. You're like, bitch, like a Poison Rana's like damn near finisher. But I get it. You're two big guys. You can kick out of it. But like it was a lot of power shit off the top. Like even when they flipped it into the power F5 of the top rope and the Cesaro to the ramp. Like, no, I get that. Like their power moves, you should let that shit breathe. You should let it air out. Like you should, I get it. There's two buff guys who hit power moves, but that doesn't mean you should kick out of power moves. You're buff guys. You can hit those. But you hit those on normal guys. You don't hit those on power guys.
Plus, if you compare it to their first match, Brian Cage fucking destroyed Hangman Page. And it wasn't even with half the moves he did tonight.
Exactly. Because like usually power guys can't take power moves because they're usually the ones hitting power moves on normal guys. So it should be more of a kick out situation, which we all, but that is another thing that's what we all hate about AEW because the guys kick out on 2 counts all the time. So like, I get it. It's a pay-per-view. So I kind of trimmed that because it was like a pay-per-view and you gotta like, you put the all out for a pay-per-view. Yeah. Brian Cage had the
next pay-per-view.
Yeah. Brian Cage had the watered down Triple H entrance, but Adam Page had, just, bitch, I'm out here, I'm a drunk, and I had a cool name tag, and I did work because I'm because I'm the hangman. I did work. So, but no, still as a match, I took it as a match. I didn't take it as, how they do on AEW. I took it as a match, and I gave it fucking home. I gave it 7 in the mustard. I gave it 7 in the mustard because like it was a great ass match. But as an AEW type person, man, like fan, yeah, I gave it a 7 in the mustard. But yeah, if I had to take it as a casual fan, I as a casual fan, I think that's why I took it. As an AEW like watcher, like I would have gave it less because they kicked out of a lot of shit they shouldn't have kicked out of. To be honest.
I agree.
To be honest, because like
what held me back.
they did a lot of motherfucker hit a double power bomb, reversal poison Rana. Like get the fuck out of here! Who's doing that? Chris Jericho used to win with a double power bomb, and then but you're kicking out of and let's be honest, Candice LeRae wins with a poison Rana, and Johnny Gargano sets up a poison Rana to his finisher, like as an ode to his wife, like. You shouldn't like just be like 1-2, kick out of this 1-2. You just love the double. You just love the 2 count that way. Like,
well, Stix, do you agree with me in that the FTW title looks ridiculous on Cage when it means absolutely nothing?
Oh well,
this shouldn't even be a legit title because it gets defended like twice a year, and that's if you're lucky.
I don't even remember the last time it was defended.
I don't either. And if it was probably on like Dark Elevation, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, this
by
is
Paul White.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a problem. One of the major problems of AEW. They do a lot of this stuff, and then you just don't. It's like they put it on Cage to make him look big, but then it's just like you don't defend it. And like Ceizar had also said, one of the other major problems that AEW does is that they do false finishes.
Yes.
Way too much. And then they ruin a lot of finishers, and they don't even use a lot of these finishes anymore as like setups to finishers. And it's just, this is one of the major bad things that AEW does, and what it does to kind of ruin wrestling in general. But otherwise, I thought it was a good match. It was a hell of a hot opener. I gave it 7 in the salt. So it was a good way to kick off the show.
Alrighty, moving on. We have the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Cucks versus Mox and Eddie. Energetic crowd singing along to Wild Thing. Mox and Eddie jumped the Bucks during the streamer launch. Don Callis is on commentary.
Great move.
Tony wants Mox and Eddie to steal the Bucks' shoes again. Mox gets beer from crowd, drink and smash. Shout out to Sandman. Eddie attacks Brandon Cutler in ring. Mox and Eddie double team. Match finally fucking starts. Callis calls this the irresistible force versus the immovable object.
All right, so Brettzky, you weren't live, but I literally sent a voice message.
I listened to that after I finished. I go through all of it. And I listened to that. I was like, I fucking died. It was like
that made me think of Brettzky immediately. Forehead Jackson acting like a Freebird or Macho Man. I don't know, some honky shit. Bucks rocking the Tommy Hilfiger pants. The buzz has just hit me hard now. I was drinking Mangria. Mox having a pile drive party. Carl Anderson storms out. Doc Gallows attempts to attack Kazarian. Kazarian attacks the Good Brothers. Matt Jackson with cold spray to Mox's face. Cuts open Mox's eye. Meltzer driver to Mox on stage. I think a roster spot just opened, Don Callis says after this. Elevated senton double team to Mox. Mox with the Crimson Mask. Then they do the shield fist mocking. Fist bump by the Bucks, the Cucks. Mox double stack German to both Bucks. I was like, damn. Your mother gets the hot tag.
Your mother.
Hardest head I've ever seen, Tony referencing to Eddie. Assisted sliced bread derails Eddie's momentum. Eddie hot tagged the Mox. Mox sleeper locked in, but 450 breaks that up with a 2 3/4 count. Mox gets the shoes off of Forehead Jackson, and they call this the Duars Day device because he used the fucking shoes. As
a good line from Excalibur. It finally happened.
Forehead Jackson with the Scorpion Deathlock, reminiscent of WrestleMania 13 Bloodstone. They zoomed in on fucking Mox's face as he was bleeding and he was in the fucking sharpshooter. Come on, AEW. Mox near pinfall after Paradigm Shift. Mox kicks out at 1 after Super Kick Party. 4 BTE triggers. The Bucks retain. I gave this 7 pretzels with the mustard. I thoroughly enjoyed this. What was your thoughts on this tag team championship matchup?
I gave it 7, just plain 7. I thought it was a pretty good tag match. I thought Kingston and Mox show that they're a pretty good, legit tag team to take seriously if they decide to stay together, which I hope they do. I really hope that they're the when they decide to do the avalanche of like Kenny Omega losing all his belts. I really hope that they're the team that ends up like dethroning the Bucks on that same card too. But
probably Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Yeah, probably. They'll finally put fucking like Kazarian with some fucking jobber off of fucking Dark.
Shoddy Lee Johnson.
Dude, that would actually be hilarious.
Well,
that would actually be good.
Kazarian just never tags him in. He just never tags him in. Just does all the shit by himself.
And wins the gold. Yeah, that would be so.
It's the funny part was it's Christopher Daniels in a wig.
Christopher Daniels in a wig at some new AEW sign, and Kazarian just does all the work, and like Kazarian in the wig hits like a moonsault, like the best moonsault ever, BME ever, and wins the tag titles. I would fucking cry. Are
they trying to have like Christopher Daniels try to pass as like fucking Brandon Cutler? He's got like that fucking. They put like fucking extender heels on him, and he comes out with the fucking face mask.
Stix, go ahead and finish your thoughts on this match.
Just 7. It was a good tag match. Obviously, it makes the Bucks look strong. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Mox and Kingston going forward. Hopefully, they maybe run it back, or they make them jump through a couple more hoops to be able to get another shot at him at All Out. Otherwise, not too bad of a tag match.
Ceizar. My God, I mean, it was Brettzky and Stix that thought Mox and Kingston were going to win. Me and you thought the Young Bucks were going to win. But man, were you like me when you were like, please let Mox and Kingston win, please? The promos would have been fucking magical on Dynamite.
Before they had the promo to bury the shoes, I was like, Mox and Kingston are going to win. As soon as they had that promo of burying the shoes, and like the Bucks didn't say anything that day, I was like, because the Bucks had no promo on that Going Home show. And I was like, they didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
They said nothing. Everybody else had a back and forth. Every other match had a back and forth. The Bucks said nothing about their $10,000 shoes. They said it on BTE 2 times. They said on BTE after they won the first time with those shoes. They said on BTE when they stole those shoes. But they never said anything on Dynamite when they lost the shoes. Because they won the match, but they lost the shoes. And I was like, this is a waste. Because it's funny. Eddie Kingston stole the shoes. He's from New York. He was steal the shoes, and they've been they hyped that up the week before, and they hyped it up when they did it that time, and then they buried them the week before with no response. And I was like, no response? Yeah, because I have to take it. Because you know what? When Brettzky said it on the tripod, which I watched. That I wasn't really a whole part of, but I ran in on. Brettzky said it, when you run in and you're a casual fan, you don't watch BTE. Maybe you don't watch PTE. You just watch the TV show that is this. The BTE, they cried about losing the shoes. But if I don't watch BTE, I'm not crying about you losing your shoes. I saw you get robbed of your shoes. Then I saw 2 guys bearing your shoes, and then I see a pay-per-view of you guys. Oh, and AEW always has that Saturday night show before
Yes.
the pay-per-view of everybody talking about the pay-per-view match.
Yeah, the build up.
Yes, the build-up. But I saw you stealing the shoes last Wednesday. I saw you bearing the shoes, even though it was two commercial breaks. To be honest, it was two commercial breaks. It wasn't one commercial break. It was two commercial breaks. I had to see you like wearing the shoes, commercial. Mangria muted himself. I don't know why he did that. But I saw you wearing the shoes, commercial break, come back, burying the shoes again. And then I don't see your opponent's response until Saturday, which they talk about how they're part of a family or whatever.
If I even watch on Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. If I even watch
that's their big problem, because they do a lot of shit on like their dark elevation, and they talk about it on Wednesday, and it's just like, how are we supposed to know this? You guys are doing this shit on YouTube.
Yeah, that's if I watch on Friday though, because NBA Championship's on, and they're like, "Yo, AEW is Friday," and then so I will give halfway credit to AEW, because usually when it's on Wednesday, they always have that. This is the lead in to the pay-per-view on Sunday, and it's always on a Saturday. And if you put on your DVR to record AEW if you put on your DVR to record every AEW, then it records that Saturday promo. And I will tell you this: it is on my DVR to record it, and on Friday, it was not AEW. It was like at least 30 minutes of the fucking show beforehand. And so I deleted it.
Same thing happened to me.
It deleted it, and I didn't even watch it. I was like, well, fuck this. I'm not going to watch it. Because I fast forward, I was like, all right, look, I will fast forward this like 3-4 minutes, see what happened. But I got to like 7, and I deleted it because I was like, I don't know how far this shit ran over.
Are you still not talking about the match?
I talked about the match.
What'd you give it?
You didn't talk about the match.
Well, you didn't talk about the match at all, man. Come on now.
But you were muted for fucking 18 seconds.
Yeah, I have a family problem going on. I need to speed this before it's 5 a.m.
No,
I mean, your time or our time?
My time.
Okay, that makes a big difference, because that means it's 8 a.m. our time.
All right, fine. The notes I wrote was who kicks out of a package pile driver? For real. Who kicks out of a package pile driver? Fucking respect the finisher once again. Respect the 450. Somebody kicked out of a 450. 7 in the mustard.
That was, man, it was, I love this match. I didn't give it a higher rating than other matches, but it was a great match.
No, I said 7 in the mustard. Yeah.
Brettzky, go ahead and wax poetic on this, but not too long.
I just want to give a shout out to the attire on Mox and Eddie. Eddie came out with a fucking Eddie coming out with the fucking Chico's bail bonds, on the back. That was incredible. And Mox with the Mark t-shirt was great. You could tell that Mox is fired up about having the crowd back as well. And he kind of lost his way in the fucking crowd. And Eddie's like, no, the fucking stairs are this way. What are you doing? That was great. Shit, Nick Jackson grew his facial hair out. No, I really can't tell them apart. This will be terrible for notes. Mox and Eddie attacked during the streamers. And Mox making Matt, I think, choke on streamers. LOL. This again, problem with AEW is that they would do the same shit over and over. This was like the first out of 5,000 times that a match started with like a beatdown and a brawl before the bell rang. So I liked it this time, but every subsequent time I was like, ugh, why? Like, you're doing the same exact thing that we just saw 20 minutes ago. It's like, it's so insulting to the intelligence. And that's one of the big problems that they just, and we talk about the continuity of it. There's no continuity on any of the shows. Like they literally did the same exact beginning of a match, like 4 times on this card of the faces or someone dive out or attack someone before the match starts when they're not expecting it. They have a brawl on the outside, something holy shit happens, and then they go back in the ring and the match starts. And it's like, dude, we just saw this. Like, chill the fuck out. Like, anyway, I had the same exact comment, Mangria. Mox with the Sandman cosplay.
Yeah.
Good job killing that piece of shit Cutler. Fuck that guy. Tony,
you gotta check though.
He did. Tony with a phenomenal line. He's gonna kick the hair color right off Nick Jackson here. Great line. Bucks continue to make themselves look like phony idiots with the imitations and gyrations. Good hot tags from Mox and Eddie. We have Mox with a pile driver per buck, and fucking Frankie Kazarian, fucking Kaz comes out and takes out Carl Anderson. I was hyped as fuck for that because what I said.
It's a package pile driver though. Nobody's kicked out of that.
I agree. No, I agree. But Frankie Kazarian righted those wrongs because it was Frankie Kazarian doing exactly what I said that Frankie Kazarian was going to do. And I love that. This is the first time I can remember them continuing a story because they didn't mention it last week and I was worried about it. They didn't mention it not last week. They didn't mention it on Friday. So I was a little bit worried about it. But they did it. They did it tonight. And I was so fucking happy that they did it. They were bringing the continuity. I hope. I'm telling you right now. I said it 2 tripods ago. I hope Frankie Kazarian takes him out one by one until he has to fight Kenny Omega and he wins.
But you know what though? I would like it if like they had a tag match next week on ROH and he pulled one of them off the title, or one of them off the ring and fucked them up and caused them to lose.
Oh yeah.
Just and if you're gonna really do this ROH swing, I would love it if like the Good Brothers tag match to get back to the championship match to get the belts.
You mean Impact?
Frankie. Yeah, you know what I mean. Fucking, I'm drunk, bitch. I'm fucking fucked up, bitch. You know what I mean.
I'm just now sobering up.
Yeah, and Impact, yeah. If the Good Brothers had an ROH match,
Impact.
Whatever the fuck.
Damn.
I don't care. I don't care what the fuck they're on. Whatever the fuck their show is on. If Frankie came out and like pulled one of them off the ropes and fucked them up, and that cost them the match, and then Frankie just like must have fucked them up one-on-one, either on that show or a dub, I'd be okay with that. Because I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker really is like trying to fuck them up. Just not on a dub.
I'll do it on BT.
Before he says ROH again, Brettzky, what was your pretzel rating for this match?
I don't know. Also, good note. Glad to see both Bucks are allowed in the ring for like a full fucking minute, doing double team shit. And also,
the ref not counting.
Yeah, if you're gonna do shit like that, don't have JR explicitly call it out on commentary. Like either break all the rules and don't mention that you're breaking all the rules, or don't break any.
JR lost some shit tonight.
Yeah, JR's like, oh, sassafras.
Well,
I guess.
shit, there was a match that didn't even acknowledge the fucking outside 10 count either tonight.
Don't worry, we're getting to that. I texted Ceizar that.
Yeah.
I was live texted. I was live texting Ceizar.
Yeah, me and Brettzky were on some shit while us three were on some shit.
I was hoping you guys noticed that. This is the fuck shit they do, man.
Apparently, I said a lot of shit to Ceizar one-on-one, and he's like, yo, we just said this in the chat like 10 minutes ago. Like, wait.
Fucking AEW, man.
AEW, man. It's up to the ref. It's up to the ref. Anyway.
Dior's Day Device was great. I love that line. Yeah, 4 BT triggers. Match went a little bit too long for my taste, and I think it really affected like other matches that should have gone longer. A go versus Cody. So I think the wrong guys won. I think Eddie and Mox should have won.
The red guys. I told you the red guys won.
I don't know. I'm interested to see where it goes. I think that it would have been a lot high, and it's weird because it was still good for what it was. I think it could have been match of the night if it was shorter and they didn't do all the fucking stupid honky imitation shit that they do and like kicking out of 450s. But that's a Young Bucks. That's an AEW match anyway. So I gave this.
No, honestly, I think you're all right. The wrong guys won.
I gave a 7 in the salt. Actually, no, I gave a 7 in the. I was looking at the wrong thing. I was giving a 7 in the Hellman's mustard.
Wow.
7 HM. I right.
I'd like to just say this: with them being on BR Live, it shouldn't matter how long their pay-per-view goes because they're not like going up against a hard schedule or anything on BR Live. They can put this fucking thing out. If it goes 3.5, 4 hours, there shouldn't be any problem with that because they're not up against like a hard other program I saw on BR Live.
Yeah, right. And they went over anyway.
Ceizar backed out. My favorite.
Whoa, hey, whoa! You can't say that.
My favorite part of this match was when the crowd was chanting Eddie, Eddie, and he got the hot tag, and you could see Eddie was just like so fucking fired up and
dude, no,
dude,
the crowd,
losing their
the
mind
crowd was so
there.
Eddie. The crowd was so Eddie over anybody else in that match, and this is what I like about a live crowd. The crowd was so Eddie versus like Mox getting the win versus the Young Bucks getting the win. The crowd was so Eddie getting
They were pro Eddie, yes.
And that's what we all love because fuck y'all. But Eddie Kingston is the best AEW guy. I want to see have some gold.
He needs a belt.
The announcers I think the announcers made comment on that. Because they talk about how like Eddie, because they talk about how like Eddie came in during the pandemic.
Eddie needs any belt. Give him the YouTube championship, whatever the fuck he wants.
Hey, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Whatever
This
belt.
was the biggest live crowd Eddie was in front of, I believe.
White comes out for no reason. Apparently he joins commentary. But the suit clubs come out first. It's Christian Cage. When I saw him out first, Ceizar made the comment, "Oh, he's going 1-30, baby. He's going 1-30." And Ceizar was correct. Christian Cage, Matt Sydal, P2H, Dustin Goldfruit Booty.
He damn near went 1-30.
And Max,
the fucking star,
motherfucking caster, comes out and cuts a rap. And I knew, I knew Brett would have that rewind button. He had that rewind button. He's like, "Oh shit,
yo, Dustin, you look at me when I'm talking to you, yo."
Mox,
Dustin, he said that shit twice.
Have an edge.
Yo, Dustin.
And he comments on Matt Sydal slipping last year. Sydal got eliminated first. Max, boo, was out next. Irrelevant Hardy, 10, Nick Camarado, Serpentico, and Isaiah Cassidy were the diamond suit out next. Serpentico is out. Camarado and 10 out because of Dustin. Cowbell knocks out Dustin by Camarado. Dustin out. Here come the Hearts. Pillman and Griff Garrison. Colt Cabana. Boom, boom, boom. Anthony Barnes, Penta El Cerro M in Joker gear, which Ceizar, my God. We gotta, dude, you give us the lottery numbers next week, please, because wow, he said something about that on the tripod. I was like, holy shit.
Dude, 10 also had Joker gear.
Yeah, he did. The Spades are out next.
But no.
Hold on, you'll get your turn. You'll get your turn. The hardest working grizzled veteran, Jungle Boy.
Oh, no, repeat that. He's the hardest working.
I texted them that.
Grizzled veteran.
The hardest work. No, not in AEW. I'm not going to do that for AEW. The hardest working grizzled veteran, Jungle Boy. Fuck you, Big Show. Aaron Solo, Mark Quinn, Evil Uno, and Lee Johnson were the Spades. P2H and Christian Cage finally got back into the ring. I don't know where the fuck they went. Christian eliminates P2H. And then the Joker card. Who is it? Is it Daniel Bryan?
I need to collect.
Is Leo motherfucking Rush?
I texted Brettzky this.
AEW whooping the Hardy Party, but Matt Hardy eventually throws him out. Christian, Matt Hardy, and Jungle Boy were the final 3, but then it got down to Christian and Jungle Boy, final 2. Ceizar called it. Motherfucker is Nostradamus of wrestling. The crowd cheers for Jungle Boy and boos Christian. Jungle Boy eventually wins, and then we have to see fucking Marco Stunt.
Yeah. Best part of the show. I would pay money just to see Mangria's reaction to that fucking
Christian
show.
Hugs Jungle Boy. I thought that was a great sign of respect. I gave it 7 pretzels. It was a lot of fun. Julius Ceizar, you go first on your thoughts on this Casino, a battle royal.
I like the battle royal, how they come out like 4 or 5 at a time with the suit. All right, Mangria's gone. They come out 4 or 5 times with the suit. So I actually went downstairs to get something to eat during the Christian Cage and the next suit that came out. So I thought Christian Cage and Will Hobbs were out for a minute, but they were on the ground, and Christian Cage gave him the fucking finisher, and they were all outside or some fuck shit, and then they got back in. But when they all came back in, and yeah, everybody did whatever, and then Jungle Boy and all that. Yeah, like none of us called Jungle Boy, and it was funny because none of us called Jungle Boy,
which is weird.
Which it's not weird though. It's not weird though.
Yeah, but none of us even thought of him though.
They tease this shit a lot, and then it's just nothing comes out of
but
it.
No. None of us called him though because none of us called him though. Because let's be honest, this is what I said to Brettzky. None of us called him though, and this is what I said to you guys in the chat. Like, if you've really been listening to this podcast, like, it's all been EVPs the first year.
But my mom's not taking that shit.
And when there was all EVPs the first year, we all said when there was EVPs the first year that they should be promoting the guys who should be promoting the company.
Oh shit.
Hey, Stix is here, man. I got
Yeah.
I finished all mine off by the freaking time Omega freaking started. I had a 12 pack.
Did you Austin them and go, oh.
Hell no, I was getting ready to, and the girlfriend looked at me. She said, "You want to sleep outside or you want to sleep in bed?" So I chose to decide to sleep in a warm bed.
You should have chosen to sleep outside.
Smart man.
You should have
Fuck
chosen.
that, it's like 30 degrees outside, man.
Oh. Nah, but yeah. But women get cold because they're colder than men. She wants that heat. She wants that heat.
Why are women's asses constantly freezing?
What?
Their asses are always cold.
Mangria knows what I'm talking about.
They're always cold. Has
Ceizar
got to the match yet or what?
Yes. Anyway, I'm going back to what I'm talking about. I was going back to what I'm talking about. Look. Yeah, the first year was all EVPs get the props. And now the second year guys get the credit. But we can't know that.
Once again, I forgot that Mangria is not in our time, and I'm like, damn, well, 1:20 a.m. pickle.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Who's gonna win, Jungle Boy or Kenny? Because we all knew Kenny Omega. We all picked Kenny Omega to win. Who's gonna win, Jungle Boy or Kenny Omega?
Marco Stunt.
Fucking Kenny Omega. We don't care how many times Marco Stunt cheats. And that match, Kenny Omega is winning that belt. And it's fucking, 2 weeks from now. Who cares? It's going to be fucking Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
So, no. It's great. If it was Christian Cage and he could call it whenever he wanted to, not just from, I got to wrestle Kenny Omega in a week or 2 weeks. Okay, and then like I said to Brettzky, I really think Christian and Will Hobbs are going to keep this feud.
Yes,
because it's not Ricky Stark, and they both kind of went in the middle rope, and they fought outside, and he hit him with the shit, and then got back in the ring, and then Will Hobbs got deleted later. Later. Like, yeah, that's what he's going to do, but. Yeah, Christian Cage is gonna have to work his way up past Will Hobbs. He's gonna fight Team Taz. He's gonna be on his own. He's gonna work his way up, and then he's gonna fight Kenny Omega, which will be a greater shit. Because if he has to fight all of Team Taz and then fight him in Chicago in like 3 months, and fucking all out.
Oh, it's Full Gear, right?
Or
it's all out. It's all out. It's all out. All out. No, all out's in Chicago.
All out, yeah. And then Full Gear's in November.
St. Louis in November.
Okay, well, whatever. All out, yeah, or All Gear. I don't care what the fuck he fights him at. That'll be a better match promo wise. Because he's like, yeah, I've been to AEW. I've been to AEW for like 7, 8 months, and I've beaten all these regular ass guys who think they can take you, Kenny. And now, because I'm a 2-time, because Big Show was hyping Christian Cage up. He's got to outwork everybody. And he outworked everybody but the last guy. He outworked everybody but the last guy. Like, Christian Cage came in and beat everybody but the guy who won the fucking whole thing. And then if he even fights Jungle Boy beforehand, or even after he beats Kenny, or not that he beats Kenny, but after he loses to Kenny and he fights Jungle Boy again and be like, yeah, I beat Jungle Boy too. I don't give a fuck. I'm Christian Cage. I beat all these crackers.
Can I
And I'm
ask you
still
something?
undefeated.
Can I ask you something, Ceizar?
Yeah, what's up?
Because you are the Nostradamus of wrestling, did you be real with us? Did you fucking think Leo Rush was going to be the Joker? Talk about
hell no.
unexpected.
No, wait. Mangria. If you go back to listen to it, I said the Joker was going to be underwhelming, like usual.
Uh-huh.
This was the best Joker I have ever seen in this fucking shit. And I texted Brettzky. I was like, yo, Brettzky, I know you're behind, but I was like, you're gonna be hyped for the Joker.
You're gonna pop.
Oh man, you shouldn't have done that.
I hit him up.
He said you're gonna pop, and I thought he was being sarcastic also.
Because you know why? I didn't know Leo Rush was wrestling for New Japan.
Yeah.
I didn't know. But if you look at his tights were all in Japanese. If you look at his tights tonight, they were all in Japanese. I didn't know he was wrestling for New Japan. And I was just hyped that he came out. Because like for me, when he came out, I was singing, I came to collect.
Phenomenal song.
And I was so hyped for that shit. And like I know that's WWE shit, but I was just hyped that Leo Rush came out. And I was like, oh, I knew he was wrestling, but I didn't know he was wrestling for New Japan. So when he came out and they were like, oh, this is a New Japan superstar, Leo Rush. He's coming out tonight. He's coming out for the Battle Royal. And I was like, oh. So I was fucking shocked and I was fucking lit. And that was the best out of anything that they put as the Joker for any of the 3 Battle Royals. Leo Rush was the best Joker they did.
No Luchasaurus, by the way. That was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Good.
What'd you give the pretzel rating, Ceizar, for the Casino Battle Royal?
I gave it a 6. I give it a 6 because it's a Battle Royal and it's whatever. And then my guy didn't win, but I gave it a 6.
Well, Stix Adam, the only reason why I thought Christian had a chance over Jungle Boy is because of Christian's age. I thought, well, he returned. They want to give him a little good run while he still can. That's why I was holding on to faith that Christian Cage, he might take it, but they decided to put over younger talent, which Christian is there to do. He's there to put over younger talent. He put over younger talent, but I want to know your thoughts, Stixy Drip on the Casino Battle Royal.
The reason why I thought Christian would win is because right off the bat, when he showed up, he called his shot. He wanted Kenny Omega. But then thinking, with Powerhouse, they didn't really settle anything. So I can see why they didn't go with Christian. It was nice. He did have a nice one-on-one of Jungle Boy. I was hoping might just be the Impact fan in me, but I was hoping maybe the Joker was going to be Sami Callihan.
Ooh,
because I thought with his entrance alone, his fucking entrance. I've been waiting for him to show up on Dynamite just for his fucking entrance alone. I mean, like with Kenny being like after, I think it was like one of the last ones when they were in the ring, just have that fucking place go dark. And all of a sudden you see that fucking ICU and the fucking like scrambled TV. But it'll be nice. I mean, like Ceizar said, they're starting to actually do something right, and they're gonna build up
nice matches. So I'm gonna take a shit.
They're gonna build up their young talent, and Jungle Boy is one of their good young talents. And I mean, obviously he's gonna lose. He's probably more likely he's gonna lose, but he'll go in there and put on a good match of Kenny Omega. And I gave it 7 pretzels.
7 pretzels. Hold on a second. 6, 7. The Great Brettzky, 99. You have got to be hyped with this Casino Battle Royal because we went into this not really expecting much. but I believe it delivered. What are your thoughts on the casino battle?
I'm
No,
gonna go take a piss real quick, boys.
you don't think it delivered?
I think that instead of giving so much time to the Young Bucks match, I should have given time to this because this felt very rushed to me. This felt very, very rushed.
Yeah.
The first group was star-studded, and the biggest star, of course, was Platinum Max. Yo. Oh my God, dude. Because you got Christian Cage coming out, big star. Matt Sydal, I mean, former WWE guy, people like him, decent enough star power. You got Dustin Rhodes, big star. You got Powerhouse Hobbs, star in the making, the guy that they're trying to push and get over. And then I hear the Acclaimed. And I hear the fucking song. I see the Titantron. By the way, Platinum Max, best heel, one of the best heels in the business for this reason alone. I see his Instagram, and people were like, "Yo, Platinum Max, when are you dropping that AEW theme? When are you dropping the theme song?" He goes, "Nah, I'm not dropping the theme song. You can't listen to it. It's so keeps kayfabe alive." And all of the he puts out legitimate raps, like full on raps, like for the opponents, and it's great. But yeah, that he's a star. Like, he's one of the guys you see in a tag team that you're like, one day he's gonna win singles gold. And Bowens is really good. I like Anthony Bowens a lot. I love them as a tag team, and they're very, very young. But Platinum Max has to be a singles guy. I mean, he's the tag team guy, but he could be world champion one day. Not right now, but he could very easily be at least like multiple time TNT champion. He has the charisma and he has the in-ring talent. Anyway, this is my first time hearing Paul White commentate. I mean, he was good. He has a good voice. So, I mean, I guess it's okay. Sudan. I guess it's my fucking phone autocorrected side out to Sudan. So it says Platinum.
I feel your pain.
It says, "Oh damn, Platinum went low on Sudan and eliminated him." But yeah, so he went low on Sydal, eliminated fucking King. Then he got eliminated very weirdly. I texted Ceizar like, "Damn, like I think Platinum Max had a botch. Like that's got to be. I can't imagine that was how he was a very awkward way that Platinum Max left." Then 10 came out, and I said, honestly, 10 could very well win this because they kind of want to put they're pushing 10 a little bit. And then 2 seconds after that, he was eliminated. So I guess I have a bad eye for winners. Hobbs eliminates Dustin after he takes a bull rope from Camarado. This happened already like many weeks ago, and then they did it again, and now there's a bull rope match next week because, yay, I care about that. Varsity Blood's coming in hot. Penta has really cool gear. Penta's a face again tonight. That's cool. I'm glad he decided to actually like the people tonight instead of hating them like he does like last week. Cassidy eliminated everyone for Matt Hardy. Bowens barely lasted as well. The disrespect to the Acclaimed. The Acclaimed got no respect on this show tonight. The announcers also had no fucking clue who was still in the match. Like at one point, like when Hobbs and Kate and Christian were like out on the floor, like Big Show's like, or Paul White, excuse me, was like, "Oh, and Will Hobbs is eliminated too," and they're like, "No, Will Hobbs is still in." He goes, "Really? Oh yeah, he is still in." I'm like, "Well, how am I?" They don't. You're not showing like majority of eliminations. How the fuck am I supposed to know if he's in? Like, get it right.
Where's Hobbs at? Where's Hobbs? Where's Christian at?
Yeah, Jungle Boy's going right at Penta. A lot of guys who should be in for longer are not in for very long. That's why I said it felt very rushed. Because I think this and a Go-Go's match got affected the worst by the Young Bucks going forever. If they really wanted to go for time, because a lot of these eliminations were just like, "Oh, here comes this guy." A lot of it, like, here comes this guy who's either a current star or like someone we're trying to build up. Oh, he's gone. It's like, oh, okay.
It's like the clusterfuck battle royal when it starts.
Is,
and I'm trying to read all their names, and there goes Jason over the top rope.
Oh, there's Samojo. Yeah, so Jungle eliminated Penta, which was huge, and that's kind of when I'm like, oh fuck, why did I miss Jungle Boy? Like, he's gonna fucking win this. Like, Jungle Boy's gonna win. Christian eliminated Hobbs straight up, which is weird. Then oh shit, it's Leo Rush. Give me Leo. I really want Leo Rush and the Acclaim to do anything together because that would be gold. Leo looks great, but I really forgot.
Oh yes.
I forgot how short fucking Leo Rush is. I forgot. Like, he's standing on the bottom rope and he's like barely taller than the top rope. And I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, he's barely taller than Marco Stunt. Like, Jesus Christ. Hardy eliminates Leo pretty unceremoniously. Then Christian eliminates Hardy. Yeah, then Jungle Boy, you guys didn't mention this. The way he saved himself from elimination, like when he got shoved into the ring post and he kind of dove around. That shit was awesome. That was awesome.
No, it was good. It was good.
They said, "Wow, Jungle Boy wins. How did none of us pick him?" Again, I texted Ceizar immediately, and he sent me the stuff you guys put in the chat. Jungle Boy flew under all of our radars. It was the end sequence, the match, and the match within the match of Christian and Jungle Boy was very good, and that was the saving grace for this match. Otherwise, it would have just been another whatever. Who gives a fuck battle royal? So I actually gave it 6. I gave it 6. And if without Christian versus Jungle Boy, this would have gotten maybe a 4 in the mustard or a 5. But because it's just so rushed and so disorganized and discombobulating. But the match of the match was so good. Christian putting over Jungle Boy was great, even though he's going to lose. So I gave it 6.
I'm going to go over the next 2 matches.
Okay.
Anthony Ogogo. The British Knight.
Boy.
Versus Cody, Jarrett, Rhodes, Helmsley, Cena, Goldberg, Fiend.
And of course, the military man from the fucking promos before.
Olympic Slam. Ogogo looking good to start. Ogogo double finger salute to jumping elbow. QT Marshall in his Charlie Sheen bowling shirt. Arn drops his Waffle House menu and chases QT with chair. Ogogo busted open. Cody Cutter, Ogogo strikes take their toll. Frog splash by Ogogo, way better than Dominic Mysterio. Fuck you, Dominic.
Whoa, what's with the Dominic hate?
Cody with the figure 4. QT trying to push the rope forward, trying to help fucking Ogogo not tap out. Ogogo reverses the pressure. Second punch to Cody. Pins, but Cody's hand was under the rope, so they had to break the pinfall. Gut wrench body cutter by Ogogo gets a 2.5. Cody wins with the vertebraker. I gave this a 5 pretzels, but that's all Ogogo. This match was Ogogo's coming out party. I was very impressed. I was like, Brettzky has a fucking eye for talent. Ogogo is a future star. I wish she would have won this matchup. Ogogo gets all 5 of my pretzels. Cody gets 0 mero. Up next is Murder Hawk.
Oh, sinker alert.
Versus Miro for the TNT Championship. All capital letters, slobber knocker, according to JR. Finally, someone will kick Miro's ass here. Murder Hawk with old school rope walk to a moonsault puts Miro through table. Miro belly to bellies Murder Hawk over railing and then back over railing. Murder Hawk with the helicoaster. It's a spinning Uranagi. Jake the Snake brings out his sack. Miro tosses it. I was
don't
like,
say that.
Please, Miro, hit Jake the Snake in the face. Give me that point. But he never does. He was about to attack Jake, but Murder Hawk saves him. Miro kicks middle rope into Murder Hawk's dick, then a Machka kick, and then game over accolade. Miro for the win. Both these matches get 5 pretzels from me. Brettzky, start with Anthony Ogogo versus Cody Jarrett, etc.
So when they did like the shit for the military, my first thought was, they're not gonna do fucking Cody versus Ogogo after this, are they? Like they're not gonna do that. They can't do that. There can't be that fucking. They can't do that. And I'm like, no fucking way they're gonna do. They pull this shit. Like, yeah, go military, go USA. Let's celebrate Memorial Day, then right into Cody. But they did. They sure did. And as soon as that happened, I'm like, well, fuck. Yeah, Cody's winning. Because we went right into a salute from the military, right into fucking Cody versus Gogo. From the east side of London, the government. Gogo. Oi. Cody had awesome gear, by the way. I really dug Cody's gear this time out. You know, with some patriotic 1800s gear. I love that. Man, after that intro for Cody, I really hope Ogogo knocks him out in the first second. But he almost did. He had the gut punch in the Olympic Slam, like you mentioned. I actually enjoyed the dynamic of Cody trying to wrestle, but Ogogo was just like, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna punch you. Ogogo, yeah, sweet German. He looked really great. I had the same exact comment, Mangria, once again. Oh shit, Arn put down the menu and he got a chair to chase away QT. Cody with a predictably good looking Cody cutter. Oh shit, Ogogo just like how the way they do it with Ogogo, the way he does it, where he'll just get like a random, like out of nowhere, this could be the new RKO, where he just goes out of any hold that he's in, he just goes bam, and he fucking falls over. Just out of nowhere, he can just knock you fuck out. And he had a hell of a frog splash too. I don't condone the Dominic Mysterio hate. on this podcast, but he had a very good. He did have a very pretty frog splash. And JR, despite the fact that he had a very good frog splash, he's a big guy hitting a frog splash. JR said that it was overconfidence. So I don't know how that translates. But okay. Yeah, then the left jab. Again, same thing. Ogogo hit a left jab to Cody in the figure 4, and he got him down for a 2 count. Like, that was great. Yeah, then the uppercut. Cody's
I actually hit him for a right jab.
Well, they said left, and I wasn't really paying attention that well, so I was just like, I just wrote down what fucking probably Excalibur said, because he's always wrong. Yeah, then the gut punch and uppercut, but Cody's arm was under the bottom rope. That was an awkward situation, but it was so, like, I guess is okay. Then fucking Cody Jarrett wins with a vertebreaker of all things. Since when has he used the vertebreaker? I just want to ask, like, when was the last time that Cody won anything with a vertebreaker, let alone used it?
Go to Sticks before me. Go to Sticks before me.
And then I texted Ceizar. He's breaking the seal times 20. And then I texted Ceizar right away. And again, he sent the chat that you guys had. I said, did JR say Cody Jarrett Rhodes? But no, apparently it's Garrett. Man, I gave this 5 with a sprinkling of salt. Not the salt dandruff, not the salt dandruff.
How dare you?
Not the salt dandruff. It's a sprinkle of salt. Because Ogogo looked great. Yes. Salt Bay.
That meme.
Yeah, 5 pretzels with Salt Bay. Ogogo looked great, and it's the only reason this is this high. It was very stop-start throughout the entire match. It was weird pacing. Cody won uneventfully. It wasn't really that good. But Ogogo looked phenomenal. And I was so happy to see him look good, because I'm like, damn, I'm putting a lot of chips on this guy on the tripod. I got to carry some clout, you know. But he did well. Do you want me to go down to Archer versus Miro now, or?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the second, I believe at least the second one of the night, where someone dives out to beat someone up before the match starts. And Archer almost broke his neck doing it. This match is a Big E wet dream. 2 big meaty men slapping meat. I really wish I had a reason to be invested in this match. I still don't get why Archer is a face. No count from the ref. Vintage AEW. Miro goes through a table courtesy of Archer, but there's no DQ. Vintage AEW.
Oh, we're doing 2 matches?
Yeah.
Yes.
Miro throws Archer over the barricade onto fucking people in the front row. I was never invested in this match because there is no build, but I was kind of excited because 2 big dudes. Now, because of the classic AEW refereeing, when they went outside, I cannot care any less. Man, I wish I miss NJPW Archer. Oh, cool. My fantasy baseball team's doing really well. Oh, yeah, the match is happening. Jake the Snake comes out with his hands all full of lotion. Damn, Miro tossing the snake bag across the arena. I can't believe he tossed a legitimately real snake across the arena. Definitely not anything else, but it was not a snake in the bag. Miro takes a choke slam after staring down. Jay kicks out at 2. I love how the camera angle then, when Archer took the accolade, I love how the camera angle showed that Miro had literally 0 grip on his head. And then Archer passed out after 2 seconds in the accolade. However, Dante Martin took about like 5 seconds before he tapped, and he didn't even pass out. So what does that say about Lance Archer? The burial of Archer continues. Did he I guess he told Tony Skeets to wear a tie or something professional on TV, and he got mad at him. I gave this match 3 pretzels with salt dandruff. I was excited to see this match, not because I cared about the story, because I'm like, damn, these 2 dudes are gonna beat the shit out of each other. But it was the same fucking start as Mox and the Mox tag match. And it was just slow. It was sloppy. It was classic AEW officiating. It was pointless. And it made Archer look like a fucking bitch. And Archer should be world champion.
Stixy drip. Anthony Ogogo versus the American Dream.
Can I pause 1 second? Brettzky, what did you give the Go-Go and Cody Rhodes?
I gave it 5 and a sprinkling of salt, like Salt Bay sprinkling of salt, just because of Ogogo. Okay.
Sticks. Ogogo versus Cody.
Sticks. Wax poetic.
Fucking, you knew. I had a feeling going into this Rhodes and Ogogo match, Ogogo was going to hit him with like a minimum of like 5 of those liver shots, and Cody was going to survive all of them. And I was actually surprised he sold him like he did. I figured after like the 5th one, when it was getting towards the end, he was going to start Codying up, getting the crowd behind him for the Memorial Day weekend, and then he was going to come out of nowhere and put him maybe in the figure 4 or he was going to hit the crossroads. But I wasn't surprised. I mean, I gave that one 4. And like you, Mangria, I gave it all 4 to fucking Agogo.
Yes.
Because that match, Cody, I could give 2 shits about him. And to find out that we're just like a couple of letters off on his middle fucking name from what everybody calls him in the chat.
Cody
It's
Garrett.
fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. And in the fucking
It's meant to be.
Oh yeah, it is. And in the Lance Archer Miro match, I gave that fucking 3. And I could care less about this. Archer this would have been the time to have Archer win it. And we're just gonna keep riding that bullshit half part-time gamer Miro.
And Archer should be heel. I just want to say that Archer should never turn face.
Well, now on to the Nostradamus of wrestling. Before any of us shit on Cody, this man called him Cody Jarrett from the very beginning.
By the way, Nostradamus of wrestling should be a shirt on the shop.
Ceizar. What did you think about
you know, the man said himself,
Cody.
Nostradamus of wrestling should be on the shop on the fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, it says like Nostradamus of wrestling, then like two beer mugs like clinking at the bottom. There you go.
Ceizar on Chappelle's show. What did they call that comedian? Because
no, they just called him Nostradamus because he was fucking funny as shit.
I thought they called him something I can't say.
Yeah, you know, it might have been that. It might have been that. And you know what, Mangria, for you, I will look that up. Because Paul Rooney is gone.
Want me to say it?
No. Nick Stradamus. It was nigger.
No. It wasn't that. It was tamer than that.
Yeah, it was tamer than like it was like Nick Stradamus.
No.
I think I know what you're thinking of, Mangria. I think I know what you're thinking.
Let me write it down. Hold on.
Is he allowed to write it? Is he allowed to put it in writing?
Yeah,
because
Whoa! Double or nothing, Thomas.
We can't see the background's covered it up.
Negro Thomas.
That's what they call him.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Wait, Mangria, I couldn't see what you wrote. Could you just tell me what you wrote?
Nope. Negro Damas of wrestling. The Negro Damas of wrestling.
No, you can't put that on a shirt. You can't put that
on a shirt.
Yes, you can.
The shit that Jake puts up, the shit that Jake puts up, it gets taken down. You think that'll okay up?
No. Jake puts up some raw ass shit.
That's fair.
Negro Damas of wrestling, I guarantee you would get through. It would get through. That is not anything bad.
I'm gonna use Ceizar's picture as my profile picture.
Yes,
and then it'll stay.
Yeah, look, Negro Damas of wrestling is definitely a great thing to put of wrestling. Yeah, Negro Damas of predictions. You can put that.
What did you think of this? What did you think of your fellow, your namesake Cody Jarrett, Rhodes, Helmsley, Cena versus?
Fuck. We all knew this horse shit was gonna happen.
It pained Ceizar. People, if you watch The Last Tripod, it pained Ceizar to say this, but he was right again.
It pained me to pick
him. I knew what was gonna happen.
Poor Agogo.
You know the salt in the wound was what people were.
That part is when all y'all texted when it was like, how many gut punches Cody gonna take? Who put 2.9? Who put 2.9?
Mangria.
He took 3.
Mangria.
Because he took 3 and an uppercut. So whoever put that shit was fucking gold on top of. It doesn't matter what everything he did. Look, he had a great wrestling match. He had a great wrestling match. It was not a pay-per-view wrestling match.
No.
Because let's be honest. Y'all can't see it, but the way I see it, the man downstairs, Brettzky, called it. He should have fought Dustin under the American whatever, not the American Dream, but whatever. He should have fought Brettzky and had this of a great of a match.
I don't want him to fight me.
Brettzky makes his
No.
AEW debut.
No. He should have fought Dustin. How Brettzky said, sorry. Should have fought Dustin. How Brettzky said, under the AEW, whatever, how Dustin is. I don't know how Dustin is trained under fucking AEW. The American Nightmare, the
natural.
The natural.
Yeah, he should have fought Dustin right now as the natural and beat Dustin at this pay-per-view. And then fought Cody.
Yes, at All Out.
At All Out in Chicago as the American Nightmare. And beat him barely should have beat him as American Nightmare. And then combine that shit to been like, nah, a go-go. You only fought me because of some fuck shit. Because you hit me 2 or 3 times with that.
What's a go-go's record?
2-1.
Well, right now it's 2-1.
Okay. I'll give AEW a tiny bit of credit because with Murder Hawk, they built that motherfucker. Like, what was his win-loss record before he lost to Cody?
It was like 5-0 with jobbers.
Yeah, it was like 5-0.
It was 4 jobbers and Dustin.
Murder Hawk, way better, and then he lost to Cody. For a go-go, he's not really known as a wrestler, so for him to get 2 wins and 1 loss won't hurt him as much as it did for Murder Hawk, as you see in the next match.
But
yeah.
But if you're trying to put the
dude's a star.
Yeah, if you're trying to put the fucking QT Marshall fuck shit versus Cody, like Go-Go should have been beating up people in the factory. Like he should have beat somebody in the factory now. And then like at the next shit in Chicago, like a Go-Go should have kept beating people in Dynamite
Yes.
to go forward.
Yes.
And then like he should have been like 5 or 6-0. And then put a Go-Go as this British guy who like beats up USA people versus the American Dream, Cody Rhodes, at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, build it out for long, stretch it out.
Or even
they should have slow played it.
Yeah,
you can't rush a guy like this because if this guy gets too much exposure too quickly, then people are gonna.
No. The sad part is he should have beat the 2 people I should have beat him, and had this match against Dustin, but win.
Yeah,
had Dustin take him to the limit and win, and then beat people clean with the left shot, maybe in a right shot, maybe not people like pin. The left shot, but like wrestling match, like wrestling match, left shot, wrestling match, left shot, and then wrestling match to the thing in Chicago, all gear, and then lose to the American Dream, Cody Rhodes. That would have been better.
I'm just because you said before that he should have beaten Cody but barely, but now you think he should lose. Like, do you think it would be better for him to lose or barely beat him?
No. Right now, I think he should have won. Like this was his 3rd match. I feel like he should have won against Cody. But if you're gonna have him lose, I honestly think he should have like won, beat Dustin. 1. If Cody's gonna beat him, like let's be honest, if Cody's gonna beat him, I'd have rather had Cody beat him at the 2nd pay-per-view he's ever shown up on, versus like the 1st pay-per-view he showed up on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like let's be honest, like a guy like Anthony Go-Go is because if QT Marshall is his leader QT Marshall lost to Cody.
So fine, open up dictionary. I'm on the brave.
Why? Well, what? What does that have to do?
What?
What does this have to do?
Okay, fucking Mangria, just look it up.
Ceizar,
no.
what is your pretzel waiting for this match?
I'm gonna pick up my phone again. Oh.
I will say I really enjoy Anthony Gogo's music. I think he has great music.
Oh,
The governor.
the governor. I wrote my pretzel rating as bullshit with the salt dandruff.
Oh,
That's what I wrote. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because I didn't think I thought it happened too quick. Like I only picked Cody because I had to, because I wanted to go for the win. But like, let's be honest. Cody should not have won here. This should have been Dustin. This should like fucking Brettzky called it. This should have been Dustin to lose, and then the next pay-per-view, which we all know AEW creates 3 months down the line, he should have lost to Cody. Let's be honest. He should have lost.
Then he loses to Cody, can turn on QT Marshall like, hey, you didn't teach me anything. Like, fuck you.
You didn't teach me shit, QT. Like, I tried to beat Cody. Yeah, QT, I listened to you for like 6 months, and this is a hype up to the next week. And Go-Go could have been punching crackers out on AEW for fucking the next 3 months, and we would have been fine with it. Or even if he'd have been wrestling people on AEW, because like he wrestled Cody. Cody took, the sad part is Stix said how many good shots he gonna take, and Stix was like 2.9. He took 3 in an uppercut.
That was me.
That's
Mangria.
Mangria.
That was you, Mangria. That's all right. That was you. You said 3 in an uppercut. You said 2.9. You said 2.9. He took 3 in an uppercut. He took 3 in an uppercut.
From a bronze medal winning boxer.
Yeah. And the
Can you
fact of the
imagine
matter
if
is,
Anthony Ogogo, like you said, Brettzky, like splits from the fucking factory or whatever, and then joins the Pinnacle? Could you imagine if he joined Pinnacle?
No, that's not. No, here I'm gonna lay out for you right now what should have happened. Right. This paid for you, double or nothing. You save Cody versus QT Marshall, as I've said in the past. Cody versus QT Marshall on this card. Anthony Ogogo versus Dustin. Ogogo goes over Dustin, and like Ceizar was saying, the same exact thing that Ceizar was just saying. You know, you build him up. He's beaten. To quote Ceizar, he's beating up crackers. You know, going forward to all out.
because Cody goes over QT.
Yes, Cody goes over QT, of course. And then so there's already a rift there, right? You kind of set the stage for Ogogo's like, well, I'm beating this veteran, but you can't beat. All right, whatever. You're still my teacher. Whatever. I'll still listen to you. Then you get to all out. Cody barely beats Ogogo. But you can see he's sounding like a motherfucker. Maybe he starts bleeding out of his mouth like Austin Gunn did, from the gut shots. That's what, but Cody pulls out the win. Fuck Austin Gunn. But he pulls out the win. Barely. Then QT's like, listen, dude, like you gotta fucking listen to my advice. You gotta take my advice. And he's like, no, fuck you. Bam. Like, you've been teaching me shit for like 6 months. You didn't beat him. I came closer than you did. Like, why am I taking your advice? Then you can have a match, QT Marshall versus Anthony Ogogo. Anthony Ogogo beats him in fucking 3 seconds. Anthony Ogogo goes over in 3 seconds. Then you have his whole redemption arc of being, listen, I'm fucking doing my own shit. I was an Olympic fucking boxer. I'm this legend in England. I'm going to listen to myself. Cody, you, me, Full Gear, November, boxing match. Anthony Ogogo goes over in a boxing match. Anthony Ogogo then goes on to win the TNT title.
And a brawl for all.
Oh, dear God.
Ceizar, let's move on to Murder Hawk versus Miro real quick.
Speaking of getting ruined by losing to Cody at Double or Nothing.
True. But the man below me said it best. I don't know where he is on this screen. I don't know where it is. But yeah, Murder Hawk versus Miro. We all knew Miro was gonna win. Let's be honest. Let's really be honest. We all knew Miro was gonna win. Like the crazy part was, I thought Stix was gonna pull it out with the fucking Murder Hawk shit, just because Miro isn't the fucking workhorse
Full-time?
guy for the fuck. Yeah, he's not full time, and he's part time for the TNT Championship. And we always see Murderhawk for it. And you know what? I thought that could happen, but nah. But no, Murderhawk Miro gets the win. Murderhawk comes out there. Jake tries to do the snake, and Miro throws that cracker to the front of the ring, to the entrance way. I thought that was funny as shit. But yeah, Murderhawk versus I gotta look at my phone again. Sorry, my shit's fucking dumb. Murderhawk and Miro versus Archer. I wasn't really impressed by anything, but I give it a 5.
That's fair enough. That I can see the highest possible I could have seen this getting was a 5.
Well, up next, gentlemen, is the AEW Women's Championship match, seeing Hikaru Shida versus Dr. Britt Baker. A D, Hikaru Shida desperately padding her top. Shida in all white. Dr. Britt Baker DMD with Rebel, not Reba. Doctors in black with glitter blood design and a yummy looking wedgie.
Discoloration.
Discoloration.
Tony fully supporting the doctor on commentary. Love it.
Gold.
Rebel pointing and laughing at Shida. Shida rocking the doctor, throwing her into the fucking barricade, then jumping onto the doctor and Rebel. Looking closer, it looks like Shida is wearing a diaper. Doctor with the wicked stepsister to Shida. Rebel hands over a sparkling black glove to the doctor. Shida gouges the doctor's nostrils, wants the cameraman to come closer. Looked like Rebel was late at swiping Shida's foot when she hit the ropes. I don't know if that was on purpose or whatever, but Intsurugi by Shida, but the doctor hits a fisherman's neck breaker for a 2.5 count. Air raid crash, 2 3/4 count. Doctor with the partial lockjaw, Shida escapes. German suplex, diving elbow at 2 2/3 count. Shida loses a strap, almost exposing a mosquito bite, but Shida tries to lock in the stretch muffler, but Rebel distracts, accidentally strikes the doctor with the crutch. Falcon Arrow gets a 2 15/16. Rebel
seal the deal.
Rebel distracts. The doctor curb stomps Shida on the belt for a 2 99/100. This is a great fucking match. Shining Wizard to the doctor, 2.5. Lockjaw with the doctor. The doctor fucking wins and becomes the new AEW Women's Champion. Tony Schiavone hugs Britt Baker on the ramp. I said this was a possible beer cheese match. No, this is my beer cheese match with 9 pretzels.
What the fuck?
I love this match. This match was fucking great. Stix Adam, I'll let you go first on Doctor versus Shida.
This was a match with the result that should have happened a long time ago. I don't know why they were having Shida seem like when she was trying to pick Britt Baker up, she kept struggling. I mean, it was like they were in the corner. I think she had her up on the top, trying to lift her up. I was actually legit worried that she was going to fucking drop Britt and Britt was going to get injured. I mean, she can't do, the only person she could probably manhandle lifting wise would be Rio. So that's this. Otherwise, this is I think I said in the chat, the second greatest women's match that AEW ever had. And that's behind the unsanctioned match. And ironically, both had the good doctor in them.
So technically, it's the best match because that was unsanctioned.
Well, yeah. I mean, it still kind of happened. I mean, if it's on tape, and something happened then. But I gave this one 10 with the beer cheese and the fucking Hellmans.
Well, that's the first 10. That's the first.
The Hellmans.
Nobody's got a 10.
Wait, you're going the Hellmans or the full mustard?
I think Brett gave a match 10 pretzels.
I did. I gave Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm. I'm going 10 with all the extra stuff. If I have to go 9 with all the extra stuff to make it 10, yeah, we'll do that. I thought this was the best match on the card.
Julius Ceizar, what did you think of the good doctor finally gaining some gold around that sexy ass waist?
This was a good ass match. This was a great ass match. This yo
Yo,
the whole time, yo, for
Yeah.
boy,
yo,
yo, Max, yo, Platinum
Yo.
Max, yo. Nah, this was some good shit, bro. This was all around a good ass match. It was worthy of the time that it got. Both women showed up. I know we shit on Sheeta. But is Sheeta kind of good? Or is the doctor that much better?
she certainly made her look good.
But I mean, yeah, if she certainly made her look good, that's good. But was it really like Sheeta making the other bitches look good to like have her reign? Because when she makes it up with the doctor, that shit was fucking gold, bro. It was fucking gold. It was fucking so good. Even the part that Mangria and them were texting me, like when Rebel hit that bitch with the fucking, they're like, oh shit, and then like she was getting control. Oh shit. No, we good. Nah, we good. But like, yeah, when Rebel hit Britt with the fucking
Crutch.
yeah, with the crutch, and then motherfuckers like, oh shit, nah, nigga, nah, we good.
Hey, Stix might have said that, but I didn't say that.
She definitely wasn't clutch with the crutch.
You were saying that shit, man. Look, let's be honest. Y'all knew the doctor was coming away with this shit, and she put on a fucking show to get it. She put on a fucking show to get it. But that fisherman, if I got to critique, because that's what I'm gonna do. That fisherman suplex shit to spinner shit, I swear that's a finisher somebody uses.
Yes, that is a I don't remember who uses it, but that is absolutely someone's finisher.
That is someone's finisher. And then Britt Baker hit a air raid crash, which I think is a Orange Cassidy finisher.
Yeah, beach break.
See this, so okay. So if I gotta review it, I wrote those two notes down.
Oh, Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross's finisher is the Fisherman's Neckbreaker.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Because I wrote that. I wrote the Fisherman Swing finisher. I know it's somebody's finisher, and the air raid crash. And I wrote respect the finisher. I wrote that because that's what we talk about in AEW, respect the finisher. But I still gave it 8 and the beer cheese because I'm sorry. This was the best match of the card that these two women like we hate Sheeta, but now I'm thinking of maybe she didn't have the right partner to do it with. They shit on Sheeta a lot.
No. She used a Thunder Rosa and they stunk up the entire fucking world. That's Thunder Rosa.
Well, that's Ceizar's point, though. Maybe maybe she didn't have chemistry with Thunder Rosa where she had chemistry with Britt Baker.
Yeah, no, because that unsanctioned match with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker was fucking could have been a beer cheese match. So but you bring up a good point, Brett. Like I'm not.
Oh, hold on, Ceizar. We got to get to Brettzky's point of view now. 3 of us.
Yeah, but no. Like I'm just gonna do it. Britt Baker, Sheeta, that match was the best match I saw tonight.
Yes.
I can't front on that. That was the best match I saw tonight. That was the beer cheese match. It was 8 in the beer cheese. Nothing else compared to it. And
well, 3 out of 4 of us have given it the beer cheese. I highly doubt it's gonna go unanimous because we all know how Brettzky is. So let's have Brettzky.
Brettzky is. I'm the
Brettzky's
positive
gonna
one here
say
usually.
6 pretzels and salt dandruff or
The
something.
Dave Meltzer of the
What
fucking
you gotta
tripod.
say?
Oh, well, what do you mean?
You gotta
I
say
hate
something,
AEW
man.
sticks. What are you talking about?
Oh. The
Well,
Dave
Um,
you're
Meltzer?
the
Wow.
Dave Meltzer of WWE. That's why you're gonna shit on this.
Wow.
Damn, the disrespect. The disrespect here.
No, the disrespect.
Damn, Six. I didn't realize how pissy Mike's made you. Jesus.
I'm sober enough. Come on now.
My first note, of course, is God, Sheeta sucks. Sheeta, of course, comes out and starts crying because she's a little bitch. Britt goes for lockjaw right away, can't get it locked in. Solid start. Sheeta had a meh crossbody to Britt and Rebel on the outside. Quote from Excalibur that just proves to me that Excalibur is an idiot. Quote, Hikaru Shida may be the heaviest hitter in AEW. I want what he's smoking. I like how the doctor's incorporating the curb stomp now. She's getting a good curb stomp. She does it well. It could just be the fact that I was bored out of my mind during Miro and Archer. But this match was very slow.
Oh, come on. Oh,
Then
sorry.
she-
Let him continue.
I'm
Let him continue.
I'm sorry.
Then
Sorry.
Sheeta started getting. Hey, don't be Ceizar to my Mangria.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Sheeta started to gain momentum with a bunch of knee strikes, and then it was that point I realized that Sheeta's only offense is her knees. Classic JR
In
quote.
the
I know.
bedroom as well. No.
Oh God. Oh Mangria.
Let him talk. Let
Why?
him talk.
Why would you say that? Oh my God.
Let him talk.
That's worse than the discoloration thing you said. Fucking Sheeta's offense in bed is her knees. Oh God. Oh, the fucking here comes the glass. We got a classic JR line. We got a classic JR line here. I know they're both ladies, but they're not fighting like them.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Britt had a nice thrust kick followed by a sling blade. Of course, a thrust kick is not a finisher, so it's a super kick.
Oh God.
Then Sheeta had
I hate that.
Sheeta had a tight German, kind of sloppy. This is what that Six was talking about, where she almost dropped a Britt. Kind of sloppy top rope exchange. And then Sheeta superplex. I had the same thought as you guys, except unlike Six and Mangria, I didn't say the forbidden word. No, Rebel hits Britt with a crutch by accident. Instead of Sheeta, thank God she kicked out. Because I was worried, and then she took the Falcon.
Hey,
I was
this,
like, oh,
this
fuck.
forbidden word? No.
Then I got a heart attack again because she did the fucking Falcon Arrow, and barely anyone kicks out of the Falcon Arrow, but the doctor kicked out of the Falcon Arrow. Holy shit! Britt curb stomp Sheeta on the belt. That was great, but she fucking kicked out. Then Tony going crazy.
Respect the finisher.
On a belt too. Tony going crazy when Britt got locked on was great. Tony was great this entire match, and then Britt fucking wins. Yes, fuck you, Sheeta. Then Tony and Britt hug it out. When they said Tony left the booth, and I'm like, oh no, he's gonna go fucking, he's gonna do something. Then they hug it out. I was like, yes, oh, man, fucking great. So, from an emotional standpoint, I give this the same rating as 6 because from an emotional standpoint, I'm like, no. From an emotional standpoint, from me in the moment being like, yes, no more Sheeta. The doctor won. Finally, it's her time. Even though that belt still looks like a toy on Britt Baker now because it's a real woman and has a belt.
Oh, of course.
She hugs out with Tony. Everything about that was great. Yes, 10 fucking million pretzels. But when you take that excitement out of it, and again, this just could be me being so dead on the inside and outside from Miro and Archer. It might just been the fault of where they landed on the card. I think Serena Deeb and Riho ran laps around this
Had
match.
a better match. You really think Serena Deeb?
You were out of your fucking mind, dude.
I gave this 5. I gave this 5
Oh,
wrestlers and the salt
what?
and the salt. I gave this 5 and the salt. I was not.
I take
was
that
not
back.
intrigued.
Meltzer's better than Raider than you are.
This match was perfectly placed because after following that bullshit Miro match, this livened the crowd up. Everybody, I woke up at home.
Mangria. Shh.
It woke the crowd up. Yes.
No, Mangria. Let him talk.
It did. Hey, oh shit, man. His last name's Rodriguez. I'm scared of me. He's fucking threatening me to
Come
stab
on,
me.
man. Come on, man.
But no, I agree. It woke the crowd up because obviously you got to do the DMD chants and you got to do it with her, obviously, and everyone's excited to see Britt Baker win. But just the match itself, like when you take away the external shit of Britt Baker wins the title, she wins the big one, hugging out with Tony. There was good pacing with it. With like you thought she was gonna lose and she kicked out of the Falcon Arrow. That I agree I liked. But just the other stuff like Sheeta almost killing Britt Baker by dropping her off the top rope.
Oh, okay. So you're basing this on
wait.
You're basing it on Sheeta?
Mangria, shut the fuck up.
Listen, JC Light.
Hey, when Ceizar quits interrupting me, I'll quit interrupting you, asshole. Are you basing this on Sheeta alone? Just Sheeta stinking up the
Not really just Sheeta. I think there was also like there was some like just a classic, officiating shit that was stupid, and Rebel kind of maybe fucking up the leg sweep. Rebel kind of not like Rebel getting thrown out but being allowed to stay there anyway. Like a ref would never just fucking keep talking to you if you get
Rebel getting thrown out was
let
like
him talk.
No.
Talk, Ceizar, let him talk.
I think Rebel getting thrown out was a good thing and it made sense. But when have we ever seen a ref throw someone out and then stand there for 5 minutes to talk to them?
It's AEW. It's AEW.
Exactly. So it's just I think the emotion of the heat of the moment. It's like fuck yeah, Britt Baker won. It's about damn time, and I agree. It's about damn time, and I'm very excited for Britt Baker to hold that title. But just the contents of the match. Maybe if I rewatch this in fucking 3 days, I'll have a different opinion on it. But I could not get into the match. I could not get into the moves. The only reason I was like on my like anticipating shit and like on my toes was just like fuck, please have Britt Baker win. Like there was no like Sheeta wasn't doing anything for me. All of her shit was knees. Her whole offense is knees. Britt was doing fine. Britt was fine. I have no problems with Britt Baker's performance, as I never do, because Britt Baker is the star of that division.
I hope the next match is a 4.
Sheeta just wasn't. It doesn't do it for me. So I got to go 5 in the salt.
All right. Let's move on.
5 in the salt.
This would come from a Cameron Grimes fan.
I can't believe it. I cannot believe
it.
it.
Match.
Man,
it just didn't do it for me.
The pace of this match was almost like a Randy Orton pace match.
It was.
Okay, let's move on. Ethan,
Ceizar, don't interrupt him, Ceizar. Don't interrupt him.
Versus Darby and Sting. Darby's in Sting face paint. Scorpio.
I'm gonna take a shit because I literally took a shit, dude.
I don't blame you. Scorpio suplexes Sting on ramp. Sting no sells. Of course, Tony crumbs in his pants. Then takes off shirt and dives onto Sky and Paige. Sting uses Darby as a weapon. I thought that was pretty fucking funny, kind of like Killian Dane and fucking Drake Maverick. Ethan and Sky whooping Darby's ass. Ethan tosses Darby out of the ring into crowd. Holy shit. He like gorilla press and fucking threw him out there. I was like, damn. Lincoln Park about to die twice. Hot tag to Sting. Sting cleans house. Code red by Sting, 2.5 count. Ethan Page tosses Darby onto Sting. Sting gets Scorpion Deathlock on Ethan. Sky leg locks Darby. Darby and Ethan then proceed to slap and gouge each other while in submission. That was pretty unique. I like that. Sting counters Slingshot Cutter into reverse DDT for the win. I gotta say, gentlemen, wow, was I wrong about this match. I thought me and Brettzky were making fun of this the whole time. We thought Sting was going to do 3 moves and Darby was going to do the rest. You still got it.
Yeah.
He still had it. I actually gave this 6 pretzels with an apology. Darby and Sting hug at the end of this match. Brettzky, what were your thoughts on this?
I'm 100% in agreement. Like I have a couple notes before it. My first note was, hey, look, Scorpio and Paige actually have tag music and a tag entrance because it's definitely a real tag team. Then Darby definitely likes Blink 182 more than the average person. But then my third note was just a bunch of the same sentences. Please don't die, Sting. Because I'm just sitting there thinking like something insane's gonna happen, like where Darby does some shit and Sting like gets put in a body bag or something, and like he steps on one tack and he collapses. I don't know. Again, a match starts with people attacking people before the bell. Yeah, the whole no selling from Sting on the suplex into the ramp was interesting because I mean, cool, but also that move was done in the Hangman match and like it took them out of it.
Yeah.
So it was, again, they had an interesting dynamic, but that was cool. And it was a very big nostalgia pop, for this entire match. Then Sting diving off the poker chips. I'm like, oh, please don't get killed. They have good tag chemistry, not gonna lie. Darby and Sting, they had good chemistry together. But this is one of the things that I noticed, and there's a lot of differences, obviously, between AEW and WWE. But one of the biggest differences I've noticed is that with the way they kind of go about things, like people who have pre-existing history. So they've been telling us for a while, and like Paige has kind of said stuff, and they've said on commentary during this match that Ethan Page and Darby Allin have history and they have a blood feud. And that's the basis for this, but there's no other reason for them to be feuding. Ethan Page hasn't said like, oh, this is a new reason why we're feuding, but also we have all this shit in the past. Like, no, it's, oh, we have this shit in the past. I'm gonna beat you up again. And if I'm not watching, every indie show on the fucking East Coast, then like from the past 10 years, why would I know at all what they're talking about? Like, why would I care? Like, I don't care that they had previous beef because I don't know about their previous beef. You haven't done a good job explaining to me their previous beef. You're expecting me to know they had previous beef and know why they hate each other. And that's the basis of this feud. But with WWE, for the most part, they'll kind of like allude to shit, but they'll have a new reason to feud. Like when AJ Styles and Samoa Joe had their feud, the O Wendy feud, there was a distinct reason why they were feuding. Like there was a distinct, Samoa Joe's the heel, he's doing this shit. AJ Styles is the WWE champion, he does not like it, they're feuding. They alluded to the fact that they feuded before and they had matches before. And they're like, yeah, we know we go way back, but they had a distinct new reason why they were feuding. And so I feel like that's the biggest difference. And I just, it didn't make sense to me, like why they wouldn't do anything more than just, we hate each other from indie shows. It didn't make sense. Oh, cool. Aubrey didn't see the tag. I'm glad they're following that rule. Yeah, then when Ego threw Darby into the crowd from the ring onto his brothers, that was a really cool spot. And the fact that he actually got him onto his brothers directly was great because that could have gone very wrong. And then Sting fucking hits a code red. The most overused move in AEW, but it was still Sting doing it, so it popped. Then Sting with a Scorpion Deathlock on Page, despite being the illegal man. They don't give a fuck about legal or illegal men apparently in this match. Yeah, then the whole shit with like that, Darby and Ethan swinging at each other when they're both in the submissions was cool. And again, Aubrey, being the best ref of all time, physically pushes Sting off of Page so he breaks the count instead of just keeping on counting and DQing them. Because of course, great job, great refereeing. Yeah, then Sting counters a cutter from Scorpio into a Scorpion Death Drop for the pinfall win. Also, it was at this point I realized that how many guys have diving springboard cutters in their moveset in AEW.
All of them.
So again, same kind of thing as last time, where the emotional rating of Sting did not die and he did well was fuck yeah, dude, this was awesome. Sting did well. He didn't, collapse into a pile of dust. Good job for you, Sting. But getting back to like reality, I gave this match 6 with the salt, simply for the fact that the start was really unoriginal and there were a lot of shitty officiating shit and organizational stuff, but it was a cool nostalgia trip. It was a good way to get them on the card if they're going to do it. It was good that it was a tag match. It did the job. It popped the crowd a lot. It really brought up the energy for the next match. And I think they did their job and they did it well. Especially with like some of the spots that could have gone very wrong, but were very cool, like him getting thrown into the crowd, all that stuff. So what they did well. But yeah, I got to go 6 in the salt.
Well, Stix, if you can put the porno on pause, please, and please give us your thoughts on Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky versus Darby and Sting.
It's ridiculousness, and it is on pause, but or on mute. So
hold on. That was actually the most popular program in jail, by the way.
Ridiculousness?
Yeah, because you can watch it without the sound. So it would be on the TV in the background, and you don't need sound to hear it because it's just people getting hit in the dick. So we would all just sit back like at 3 a.m. watching it. But I digress. Sorry, Stix. Go ahead. What say you?
I gave this 6 basically because of the 2 spots, the Ethan Page throwing Darby into the crowd, the essential slap fight while being in submissions, and also that Sting came out and looked better than what we all thought he was going to. Yeah. So that's why I gave it 6.
I agree. Ceizar, the shocker of the night. Sting isn't a decrepit skeleton. What are your thoughts on this tag team matchup?
No, yeah, this tag team matchup was better than what I thought it was going to be. Of course, because thing. It was of course kind of thing, but no, I gave it 6 and the salt. I thought it was real better what we were expecting, and for a regular tag match, of course the heels cheated to do what they had to do, but the faces were going to be out there to do what they want to do, and they were going to get over it however they could, and then what happened, and I thought it was good shit. So, but the faces getting over, yeah, 6 and salt.
Up next, AEW champion Kenny Omega in a triple threat match versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac.
So good.
He is a bastard. I love that part of his entrance. Pac bum rushes Omega. Omega takes out Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy keeps glasses on. Double Hurricane Rana. That was pretty sweet. Orange Cassidy with a fire under his ass. Tope Suicida. Tornado DDT cover. Omega subdues him. Then Pac takes control. Hell of an Asai moonsault to Kenny on outside. Pac stays in control. Oi. Pac is not from Wales, JR. Omega derails Pac's momentum, dragging his eyes on the top rope. Pac shouts at Omega, but Omega shoves that hobbit with his leg. Kenny gets a 2.5 on Orange Cassidy. I'm chatting on Instagram, ordering dinner, and taking notes all at the same time. Omega just grew wings and flew out onto Pac and Orange Cassidy on the outside. Stun Dog Millionaire by Orange Cassidy on Omega. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pac diving on Omega and Orange Cassidy. The 450, by the way. Omega Snapdragon suplex. Pac snap German. Omega throws Orange Cassidy at Pac, and Pac hesitates and goes after Omega. What the fuck was that all about? Omega attempts Snapdragon suplex from top. Orange Cassidy puts hands in pockets. Pac avalanche release German to Omega. Oh my God, it's a lot of notes. Orange Cassidy dives onto Pac on outside. Tiger Driver 98 to Orange Cassidy from Omega. Nice delayed German suplex pin from Omega to Pac. Omega with the disrespectful slaps to Orange Cassidy. 2 knee strikes to a kneeling Orange Cassidy. Puts hands in pockets and he fucking collapses. Michinoku Driver to Omega from Orange Cassidy. Brainbuster to Orange Cassidy from Pac. 2 9/10. Sunset Flip Powerbomb to Omega from top rope by Pac. Avalanche Falcon Arrow to Omega. Orange Cassidy almost steals the fucking pin by 2 9/900.
Oh, my heart.
Butthole puckering moment of the night. Orange Cassidy gimmick kicks interrupted by a low blow by Pac.
Yes.
I knew Brettzky was smiling on that.
Best part of the fucking night.
Black Arrow pin interrupted by Omega. Pac misses Black Arrow on Omega, but locks in Brutalizer to Omega. Super Tang Punch, 2 99.5 out of 100.
Are you sobering up and realizing what your drunk ass wrote about 2 hours ago?
Super Tang Punch punches to Pac and Omega. Don leaves commentary. I think he said, "Oh shit," and then he left.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Another.
Yeah, this is what I was right. Oh shit!
Out the ref. Orange Cassidy to top rope. Fuck you, Don chance. Headbutts Omega. Attempts diving DDT. Brutalizer to OC instead. Omega trying to break hold but attacks ref. He's a pimple on the ass of life, JR says. Sassafras. Omega attacks with championship belt. Pac has brain damage. What does that say? Don't disgrace the world title like that, chump, Tony Schiavone says. Super Tang Punch to Omega. Aubrey for the count gets a 2.5. Omega reverses and wins. Omega retains. There's a lot of notes there for a reason. The entire fucking match was a highlight reel. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I loved it. It did not get my beer cheese, but it did get 9 pretzels. We will start with Julius Ceizar, the triple threat AEW championship match. While I charge the bracelet.
The only note, whoa, that crack left. The only notes
That was
I
your
wrote
note. That was your note, Ceizar. That cracker left.
Miracle Love. Triple Threat was so good. Eating the mustard. I did not think it was better than Britt Baker winning because I thought that match was so. Although even though I know Britt Baker was gonna win, it was a good build to that match. Versus this Triple Threat was not a good build to this match because we only saw from one version. We only saw Orange Cassidy like define Kenny Omega, but we never saw Pop like say "fuck you, Kenny Omega." We only saw Orange be like, "Yeah, whatever, man." Like, even if I defer this championship to you, it's like you're probably going to try to defer it to a later pay-per-view because you have to defend.
What the fuck? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought we were doing fucking like foot picks on the tripod for a second. Like,
yeah, but Dumb Cracker Man, Mangria's got a fucking.
Mangria, as of right now, I am imploring you to put on the hashtags on YouTube #feet picks #feet because that will get in the fucking views.
Oh man.
Yeah,
You guys gotta show your feet too.
No. I'm a pure innocent young man with a future.
No. Yeah.
And a rap career.
You're the only one who has to stay home.
Rap career.
You're the only one who has to stay home. Anyway.
What's the pretzel rating, by the way?
Yeah, well,
he said eating the mustard, I think.
Really?
No, literally, I said eating them. I didn't think it was better than the Britt Baker Sheeta match.
You're correct.
Because it was that Britt Baker Sheeta match that we know was happening. That we know what was happening was still great, and that we didn't know what was happening here, but
God blessed you.
Gesundheit.
My phone said thank you. It was funny because you said God bless you. My phone said thank you. It was a great match, and I put it at 8 in the mustard. No, I put the Triple Threat at 8 in the mustard, but I thought the Britt Baker match was the best match of the night. Yes, we knew the outcome for the Britt Baker match, and we didn't know the outcome of this, but we kind of had a guess. But no, it was still great, and it was the no DQ. It was you can do whatever you want, and it was blah 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 blah. But we know that since the intro, Kenny wasn't gonna lose because Kenny had. I mean, if you're really a smart mark like all of us, Kenny had this match 2 weeks ago. Two weeks later, he has to go to New Mexico to fight Andrade.
That's
for
right.
the AAA championship, and then a week after that, he has to fight Moose.
Yep.
The Impact Championship. And we all know Kenny was losing. We all know Kenny's not losing until he loses one of them. So he's not starting it here.
I think he's gonna get one more. I think he's gonna collect one more belt, and then he's gonna lose them all.
Well, honestly, I think he might collect the heavyweight IWGP because what's his name? What's his name is injured?
Ospreay.
Yeah, Ospreay.
Ospreay is injured. Honestly, if I have to pick, I think Kenny might collect that because Ospreay is injured. But I don't know who's gonna fight him though.
And I think Okada has COVID too.
Triple threat. Drew McIntyre versus fucking Sonata versus Kenny Omega. All the fucking boys are working together.
But let's think about it. If we had a dream match, it would be Kenny, Ibushi, and somebody else.
Roman.
No, because Roman's texting. Roman is tweeting, and Tonga's retweeting that they want to fight.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
If WWE really gets this really gets his New Japan Championship. Tonga has been tweeting he wants to fuck Roman up. And Roman's like, bring it, bitch.
Yeah,
and Roman is
God versus the Bloodline.
Oh, so good.
Oh my God.
They're not gonna be able to use the God theme song though, because that has some of Ceizar's words in it.
You know it.
Wait a minute.
Look, bitch.
You mean no.
You know that shit. You know that shit.
All right,
it's on the workout playlist though.
Let's move on.
For real. God versus Roman? Yo, God versus Bloodline? Come on, son. We all know how that shit's going to go down. But
and
anyway,
of course, you know, Tamina, special guest ref.
Stix Adam.
But yes. Sorry, Mangria. Yes, to get back on track.
AEW Championship match.
I gave this one a.
The right man won. Sorry.
I thought it did two things. One, it was one of Kenny's better AEW matches.
Yes.
And I thought it gave a really good shine to Orange Cassidy that could have us return to possibly him versus Kenny one-on-one somewhere down the road. I mean, even though he did lose, he did take the pin. It was one of those like backslide pins. And I mean, it was one of those that he looked genuinely shocked too. Like, oh shit, I thought I had this. He's slid me and he won. So I thought it was the second best match on the card, and I gave it 8 pretzels.
8 pretzels. The Great Brettzky 99. Thoughts on the Triple Threat Championship match?
Yeah, I think it started out weird. It was certainly picked up from the beginning because at the very start, Omega left the ring, and the ref is like, "No, get back in the ring," you know, and it's like, "Well, what? No, what?" They said, "No DQ, dude. Like, no count out." They just said it 2 seconds ago. But after that, yeah, I mean, the thing I like about this is that they gave all of them time to do their shit with both other guys knocked on the floor taking it. You know, so it wasn't like Orange Cassidy hits like the orange punch on Pac and then Kenny comes in and does his shit from like at the in terms of at the beginning, it was like Kenny knocks both of these motherfuckers out, does his shit, and then all of a sudden Orange Cassidy does a kip up and he gets both of them, and then Pac kicks them both on the ground, and he, you know, so I think they all got their shit in. You know, Orange Cassidy with the double Hurricane Rana was really cool. I did not like the fact that they were getting this is awesome chance after about 2 seconds of the match. That was like, okay.
First of all, this is awesome chance happened at the first match of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pre-show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Pac, of all the things that Pac does, I don't think enough people talk about his missile dropkick. That shit is incredible. That Pac missile dropkick is so good.
Yes,
and the weight, and like, you know what
sir.
Ceizar was talking about earlier of like big moves need like you need time, let that shit sink in and get a pin maybe. When he does that missile dropkick, it's big setup, long setup, brings everyone to their feet, nails it, looks like you can fucking decapitate the dude. And then he takes his time, like he like gets the crazy eyes, he starts huffing and puffing. Maybe he goes for it again, maybe he goes for a pin, but he takes his time. It's not missile dropkick real quick, then all of a sudden, you know, standing shooting star and elbow drop. You know, it's missile drop kick. Sell that shit, which is great.
Yeah, he should go for the missile drop kick pin, and then go for the black arrow.
Yes, I think the missile drop kick should absolutely be his signature. Absolutely. Yeah, JR says Pac is from Wales when he's clearly not from Wales.
Nope.
Yeah, so Pac shit talking Omega, only got Omega fucking kicking him in the jaw. They're sending him flying, which is really cool. One thing I'm noticing, and it's been obvious already, but the worst case of Excalibur using random like foreign names for moves when you could just say the American name that everyone knows. He called the Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker some weird fucking shit. And he goes, also known as the Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker. And I'm like, just say Tilt-A-Whirl Backbreaker, dude. Like everyone knows what that is. Like, then the Terminator dive, a lot of shit, back and forth roll-ups. A lot of snapdragons on this show in general.
Every crashes.
Yes. Pac avoiding the V-trigger and turning into the German release suplex was great. Orange Cassidy, I think this is Orange Cassidy's best performance in AEW to me. In terms of where he, not necessarily in AEW, because what the first match with Pac, when he really got to show, I think that was maybe the best one because that was at the peak of the character. But since the Jericho wins, this is the best thing. Like when in terms of since the Jericho wins, when his character started to flounder and get worse to me, this was the best thing for Orange Cassidy.
No, I have to say, Brettzky, I literally have to say, I watched Orange more than this because I know that you critique Orange. And I was like, Orange isn't doing much right in the beginning. In the beginning, he wasn't doing much. He wasn't doing much. And then he got kicked outside. He wasn't doing much. And then he took off the glasses, and that's when he started being productive in the match. And I was like, I know Brettzky's probably gonna bring this up because like this is Orange, and then like he didn't do the hands in the pocket bullshit until like halfway during the match. So I think that like that's his thing because the people were even the fans were like, oh
Yeah.
oh, and then they were doing like with him, and I was like, I know Brettzky like hates it when this guy does that fuck shit. Well, like he did it halfway during the match, and then he put his hands in the pockets, and that's when he was showing out. And I was like, well, you know, it's like I gotta, we gotta take ourselves out of the smart mark conversation and put us in the casual mark. But the casual mark's not gonna watch this on pay-per-view. But I gotta be like, we gotta see highlights. And I always think about that shit.
What?
This cracker.
Oh,
I always gotta think about that shit when you're like, yo, like he's not doing, he's doing shit on fucking Dynamite, but not the pay-per-views, and I was like, oh well, he's stepping up here, So no,
yeah.
you actually like learned me on some Orange Cassidy shit, and I want to thank you for that.
Oh, of course, Ceizar. I'm always happy to help and spread the Brettzky brand.
Yeah.
But no, I think this is good. And also when he did the pockets thing, it wasn't like, oh, like I'm by myself, I'm standing across from me in the ring. It was when Kenny was trying to suplex him and he used it to block it. Like that's what he should be doing. That's what he should be doing. And I think, and they're not going to do this. They're going to go back to the same old shit. But the character at this point should be, listen, I'm a guy in a C, because from everything I've read about him, the reason he made this character was to stand out, and it did.
Yeah.
But it could be like, listen, I'm a guy like any other guy. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm good at wrestling. Like I'm a good enough wrestler, but I'm not going to stand out. And so I was doing I'm lazy. I'm doing the lazy shit because I am like these people, you know. And then
unless you're according to JR and everything, because Orange Cassidy could win the championship versus any of these guys tonight.
He's like, listen, like, but he's like, at this point now, like, you all know me, like, you all know like what I'm about, and I'm just here to like, have fun, show you that you don't have to take everything so seriously, we're just, that could be the character. But then don't do all the same stupid shit you did in the beginning, but have him do like the pockets when he's trying to get out of a hold or that kind of thing, and it was great. And the other great thing was when Pac kicked him in the nuts, because that's what I've been saying all along. That's the exact fucking thing I've been saying all along. Is he does the 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kick, sets up. Oh, then maybe you block it. Then maybe you go attack him. But Pac's like, no, fuck you, dude. I went up the nuts, and I popped so hard for that because that's what you do. That's what you do when it makes so much sense. I think this is really good for Pac too. Put some respect on the Falcon Arrow though, because Pac had an avalanche Falcon Arrow Kenny kicked out of.
Respect the finisher.
To be fair though, Orange Cassidy did push him away. Oh, wait, no, Orange Cassidy pushed Pac out of the way and then got the 2.5 on Kenny from the Falcon Arrow. But I actually have in all caps here. Yes, Pac goes low on OC doing the stupid damn fake kicks. I never thought I'd like to see Don Callis on my TV screen helping out Kenny Omega, but then he helped him get rid of help OC not win. So I was happy to see Don Callis. The fuck you Don chants were great. The brutalizer, the standing brutalizer was also awesome. I think this is really showing out for Pac, because I feel like this is also, like Ceizar was saying, that he was left out of this build. So I feel like that kind of also works into it, where Pac's like, you know what, you're gonna leave me out of your build? All right, fuck you. I'm gonna show you why I should be the champion. So good, all the props in the world of Pac. When Orange Cassidy hit the orange punch and he got the 2 in like a hair, was like, oh fuck, no. But then Kenny rolled him up, like, yes. And it can continue the story. I like this match a lot. This is Orange Cassidy's best match wrestling wise, but best match since he started getting built up more. And I feel like it won't revive the character because they're stupid. But they have the opportunity in front of them right now to change the character into something that where it's still classic Orange Cassidy, but stuff that's like good. I gave this 8 pretzels as well. I very much enjoyed this. Was not my match of the night, but it was damn near close.
Up next, Mark Henry is All Elite
with no entrance
Yeah.
music. No
Yeah.
entrance music.
Stadium Stampede, the main event of the night, the Inner Circle versus Pinnacle.
The
Inner
main
Circle
event.
rappel down the scoreboard. Couldn't they just use the fucking stairs? Anyway, MJF jumps into his limo, running around. Inner Circle bum rushes the limo. FTR, oh man, my notes are so fucked up on this one.
Just read all them shit.
Man,
Keep going.
It's just smeared.
They gotta be everywhere. They gotta be everywhere.
MJF,
Drunk ass Mangria notes.
MJF jumps in limo. Inner Circle bum rushes limo. FTR, Wardlow, Sean Spose in truck with Tully 2 arrive. Brawl ensues in field. Sammy and Sean Spears fight in ring in field. MJF finally gets out of limo. Jericho waiting. Bring it, you piece of shit, MJF says. Smash his head in that boot there, Tony says. I guess it was the trunk. Jericho almost killing MJF with a fire extinguisher attack. They make their way into arena break room. MJF throws hot coffee in Jericho's eyes and has phone. Jericho can't come to the phone right now. He's too busy swallowing his own teeth, MJF says. Jericho attacks with Jericho attacks with sound on megaphone, trash can, and table as well. Football, laptop, Jacksonville Jaguars coach handing over weapons to MJF and Flair. Jericho tosses MJF over the railing through table. Wardlow and Hagar showdown in back and trying to lock him in the freezer. They fight into freezer. Wardlow attacks with icicle, misses. Rock bottom on the boxes. They fight to equipment area. Wardlow smashing Hagar into steel cabinets. Wardlow dominates. Wardlow spears Hagar through shitty wall into Hell's Kitchen, according to JR. Sammy looking for Spears. Spears dramatically in room full of chairs. What the fuck room is this? Spears tries to throw Sammy into wall. Sammy backflips off of it. Spears lawn darts Sammy into steel grate wall door. Spears gets chair, but Sammy knocks Spears down. They fight to scissor lift. Sammy chokes Spears with extension cord. Spears shackles Sammy to metal rack. I feel you, Sammy. Sammy sees bolt cutters. Ortiz and Santana meet FTR and Tully and Bar. They clink glasses. And who's the DJ? Motherfucking Conan.
Motherfucking Conan.
Brawl ensues. First cover attempt by Ortiz on Uncle Dax. Conan prevents Tully.
Yeah, you tell him Uncle Dax. Uncle Dax.
Conan prevents Tully from interfering. Santana, I don't know what that says. Ortiz trash can attack to Uncle Dax. Where the cookie sheets at? Where them cookie sheets at, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Cash throwing beer bottles at Santana. I didn't want to see someone. Forget it.
Oh boy.
Tony said something about the shaft. Back to Hagar and Wardlow. Is it one pinfall to finish? That was a question.
Fucking Ceizar taking notes for you?
Yeah.
Wardlow and Hagar fighting on top of
It's one pinfall to finish.
Hagar choke slams Wardlow through wooden structure. MJF and Jericho fighting back. MJF Jericho fighting black guy cardboard cutout. Tony Khan's dad, my bad. You're in so much trouble, Jericho says. Jericho staples thank you card to MJF's forehead. MJF pile drives Jericho on the boardroom table. MJF hammer in hand almost attacks Jericho's cast. Trash can for the save. Plus Floyd. This reminds me of WWE Money in the Bank, the way it was all set up. Because remember Money in the Bank, the last one, they were in the corporate office. It was kind of reminiscent. Jericho puts MJF through glass door. I hope it's a bloody mess when he pulls him up, Tony says. Motorcycles chase Sean Spears. Jericho and MJF fighting towards Daly's place. MJF hung up on railing by Jericho. MJF almost tosses Jericho over railing. The audience is like, oh. Spears in open area. Sammy hits him with golf cart. They fight their way to ring. Chair shot to Sammy. Another chair shot. Sammy kicks out. Spears wedges chair in corner. Sammy knee to face of Spears. Sammy wicked stepsister to Spears on chair. Sammy 450 plus 450. Oh, it was the Ricochet. What that one was like the 820 or something.
Yeah, it was 630.
630.
Pin for the win. Inner Circle stays together. I gave this nothing. I must have been too drunk to give it any.
What?
The disrespect.
Whoa.
We'll start
so
with,
right now. What do you give it?
Brettzky
No, right
first.
now. What do you give it?
Now that I think about it, it was very entertaining and original. I kind of liked it better than the first Stadium Stampede. I will give it 8 in the mustard. Brettzky, what did you think?
Yeah, my first comment was, "Ayo, oh shit, Inner Circle's rappelling down the fucking stadium."
Yeah.
Yo. I might have to got myself a fucking Run PMC shirt. Yeah, this is great. I actually did like this more than the first one. Yeah. Simply for the fact that like the first one, no one really knew what was going on, and the first one was great, but it was very jokey, and like it was
doing the Judas effect to the mascot.
Yeah, like it was fun, but it was more supposed to be like we're in the start of pandemic, like here's some laughs, and more than wrestling and like a blood feud. And this was more just like a blood feud with the typical comedy you expect from these guys to be involved in it. And I wish that they did this and didn't do that. I wish they didn't do Blood and Guts. I wish they did this instead of Blood and Guts.
Yes. They should have did this and then Blood and Guts.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they Blood and Guts down the line at All Out or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, Sammy and Canadian God going at it. They all broke off. Jericho kind of stalking MJF once he gets out of the limo was great. Throwing hot coffee at Jericho. Jericho screaming into the megaphone to just stun MJF. There's a baking sheet. Jericho with the baking sheet. Mangria skeeting like Tony Khan into a Chicago Bulls t-shirt. When they finally got the Jags coaches, when the fucking Urban Meyer showed up on my TV screen, I lost it. I looked up like, wait. I looked up. I'm like, wait, is that no?
Yeah.
Nah. Then they did it. I'm like, oh, no fucking way. That was the kind of time I realized, like, are they doing like I was like still kind of iffy if they were doing it live or not. Because they had the fan chants in there, but I didn't know if they were doing it fully live, but we'll get to that later. Then Wardlow grabbing the icicle was incredibly hilarious, but also super Wardlow. Like it's like I will stab you with an icicle. Like, holy shit, that could kill you.
It doesn't matter.
Wardlow spearing Hager through the wall was great. Sammy finds Spears in the center of a chair circle jerk. And Sammy jumping off the chairs to attack everyone, kind of like Sabu. Then it kind of cut out a little bit, and it fast forwarded to Spears flinging a ladder into Sammy. So I don't know how much I missed in there, but I don't think it was a lot. Then Santana and Ortiz find FTR and Tully in a bar, in a nightclub, and they start a fucking bar fight. And holy shit, Conan is the goddamn DJ, because of course he is. Then Santana stabbing Tully with a fork. This is great. This is also harks back to what I really enjoyed about this, because they made the main storylines in this match MJF and Jericho and Sammy trying to redeem himself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what they focused on, but they also split it up so much better than the last one, because the last one was like kind of disjointed, where it's like, here's this, then 2 seconds later, here's this shot, and now here's this shot. But they kind of focused on like, here's the tag team segment, here's the Shawn Spears segment, here's this, so I like the way they split it up. Then
they kind of split up with this is the Matt Hardy segment.
Well, they did that, but they did it less so than they did this time.
Yeah.
The one thing I wish they did is I wish they kind of brought back Santana and Wheeler going in the elevator together, because they kind of they did that and they didn't really mention it again
until they were in the ring.
So that was the one thing that was one real drawback I had of a negative to this match. Then all the shit you said, the fucking Jericho stapled the thank you card. When he used Daddy Khan to hit MJF, that popped me. The Floyd just chilling in the cupboard, through the glass window. The one also, who the hell is the Inner Circle Motorcycle Club? I did not remember who that was. But whatever.
Not.
Then once I realized it was live, that kind of sent it over the edge for me, because the fact they did this live and they ended all in Daly's place, in the ring in Daly's place, was so genius. I love that they ended there. And Sammy winning, Sammy getting that pin says so much about the direction they're going. Even though I picked the Pinnacle to win, before this match, I thought it was the Inner Circle's time to end. They did everything they could, but the way that they laid out this match and they did everything, and Sammy getting the win in the middle of the ring that they use all the time was so good, because you didn't expect it. I expected Jericho or MJF to get the pinfall. Then you get Sammy pinning Spears with the 630. Absolutely brilliant. I did not see that coming. I gave this 9 pretzels and the beer cheese. I think that this was definitely the best thing on the night. It had the comedy moments. It had the serious moments. It had the star-making moments. It had everything. It planted a lot of seeds. I was very happy with this match. I just wish they, the things I mentioned, they referenced more. I also wish they'd save Blood and Guts for either never or way later down the line.
Sticks, I don't want to see someone go down the shaft, is what Tony Schiavone said. That's the drunken sketching.
Wow.
But what did you think about the Stadium Stampede match?
I gave it 7. I liked how they started off, and then they went like with each individual member, how like they feuded with each other's, like with Sean Spears and Sammy, the tag teams, Jericho, Hager. I thought this was the better match out of the two, except for my favorite thing about the first one was at the end when Kenny hit the one-winged angel from, I forget where it was, through those tables.
Yeah.
But outside that, I thought this was a good match, better than the first one, and I gave it 7.
Ceizar, the main event, Stadium Stampede. What are your thoughts?
I didn't think that was better than the first one, but I thought it kind of was better than the first one in how they displayed it. So they displayed it on the point of like tag team versus tag team matchup, and Spears versus Sammy, and then Jericho versus
Did we ever get Sammy versus MJF?
No.
No?
No, we never got Sammy versus MJF.
Okay.
We got Sammy versus Spears, which he called out on the Go Home show. And then we got MJF versus like Jericho. So we got leader versus leader, second guy versus second guy, powerhouse versus powerhouse, tag team versus tag team. And no, it was good to spread it out, but like the way they showed it and the way they did it, and then no, it was better this time because there was refs all around.
Yeah.
Versus like a ref in the ring. Because in the first time, it was just like you had to pin the guy in the ring. No matter what happened, you had to pin the guy in the ring. And it was like refs all around, because the refs were like counting 1, 2, and people could kick out. And no, it was great. It was great. But I honestly really think the Inner Circle probably should have won. I really honestly think the Inner Circle could have won, because they are the heels of the show.
You mean the Pinnacle?
You mean Pinnacle?
Pinnacle, sorry. I'm fucked up. I'm real.
I knew what you meant.
I got it.
But the Pinnacle, MJF and them should have won. Not to say MJF should have been Jericho, but I would have been happier if Sean Spears would have been Sammy Guevara versus Reverse, because definitely Sean Spears and Sammy Reverse, because like those guys are always taking L's. And even that, like Uncle Dax and Cash said themselves, they've had the shortest career of the tag team championship. If you look at it, Dax and Cash, even though they are ex-WWE guys, but they've had if you go on the Wikipedia page, they've had the shortest career of tag team champs. Not the Young Bucks, not the Young Bucks who are EVPs, not Kenny, who's an EVP, Not Cody. Like, I'm just saying, give some other guys some shine. Yeah. We always shit on that. AEW doesn't give the other guys some shine, and now they're promoting Darby. They're promoting Jungle Boy, I guess, with the pay-per-views. But if you're gonna steal talent from WWE, who are good, I mean, I'm sorry, you gotta give those guys shine too.
Yeah, and they
You
don't
gave
part down.
You gave Miro shine with nothing. With really nothing, that he's just angry. Like that's all you got. Cracker's angry.
Yeah, and you know that FTR is the best tag team in the world.
FTR, yes. FTR is the best tag team in the world. Miro is kind of like he signed a half-assed part-time contract. You can't give him the workhorse title when he signed a half-assed contract. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry with that. If that's going to be your like secondary guy, yes, a Jungle Boy should probably beat Miro for that title, but you're gonna have Jungle Boy versus like Kenny, because let's be honest, yeah, Kenny as the cleaner Kenny should be the best belt machine, and he should have all those titles. He should. Because Kenny kills it in the ring. He fought Okada. He'll fight anybody. He'll have a great match. 8 stars in the Tokyo Dome. Jerk yourself off, Dave Meltzer. Yeah, sure. But Jungle Boy should be beating like guys like Darby Allin, like for the fucking TNT title, not some cracker named Miro, just because he's like, just because he's like, hey Vince, I'm tired of your shit. I'm going to this title, but I'm only gonna wrestle once a month. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You're gonna wrestle once a month? Get the fuck out of here. Jungle Boy should be really fat. But yeah, all right, it's whatever. I gave it 7 with the salt mustard, the main event. I honestly think the Britt Baker match was the best match of the night.
You are correct, sir.
And
That's my response. Huh? That's my response.
Then yeah, you were responsible for all shit all night. The Stadium Stampede match was good. It wasn't the best match of the night. I don't think it was the best match of the night.
Well,
I thought Rebecca Rashida was the best match.
Let me give you guys a little history. 1 year ago, on May 22nd, 2020, the Tripod did Double or Nothing predictions as well.
Wait, I will say real quick, two things before you do that. That was I remember I gave the same Stampede back then the perfect score. I just, that was before I realized how exactly we were doing ratings. I would not give it the same exact score now. And also I forgot to mention in the Kenny Omega
too late.
No, it is too late. I can't change it, but I would not have. I didn't. That was before I truly understood how we were doing the pretzel ratings. But also in the Kenny Omega triple threat, I forgot to mention how much I love the fact what he did with the titles. That's cleaner Kenny shit. Taking all of the titles that he has hitting in Pac. I just wanted to get that out there because I don't believe I said that. Go ahead, Mangria. Say whatever.
I would just like to thank the 16 people who watched our Tripod Double or Nothing predictions last year. I just think it's pretty cool that a year later and we're still doing this. It's pretty neat. But I digress. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. A year later.
Yo, respect y'all. A year later.
We did do predictions, and Ceizar and I tied. My punishment is very simple. I'm not sure what Ceizar has in store for Stix and Brettzky. However,
we'll figure it out.
Oh, no, it's not good.
Thank you to the possibly 16 people that'll watch this. This is a beer run special for this year. So thank you guys for watching it. I don't know how many people are going to listen.
Yeah, we don't want the tripod to be 20 hours if we do this.
Whoever cares about AEW will probably watch this, so maybe 5 people, but
you got a hashtag. You got like hashtag AEW, hashtag feet pics, hashtag feet, like all that shit.
Yes. Okay. Everybody gets a hashtag. Okay, let me write them down. Okay,
Yeah, you got to go full hashtags.
Brettzky, what's your hashtag?
Hashtag Platinum Max Caster.
Hashtag double or nothing.
Ceizar, hashtag double or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
What you got?
Hashtag DMD.
And you got to throw, and from all of us as a collective, hashtag feet pics.
Or hashtag Skeety Socks.
Oh god!
If it gets a ton of views because of the
it will. I guarantee you it will.
Because the AEW, APPW Bound and Gag has over 700 views because it's called Bound and Gag.
Well, AEW Mark and foot fetish go hand in hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I guess check back in a couple days.
They're gonna watch this. They're gonna watch this being like, "Oh, this will be great," and then they're gonna hear one of us say anything, and like, "Oh man!" Like, Mangria gets the views though. That's all that matters.
They're gonna be like, "Ceizar Damas." Hey, that's a hashtag.
Wait, Ceizar Banani. What is he doing on this podcast? What happened to you?
All right, well, Stix, thank you for participating in all this.
Yeah, shout Stix.
Ceizar and Brett. I mean, we had instant reactions are always the best. If we did save this for tripod, it would have been like 5 hours, like I said earlier. So I mean,
Ceizar would be as drunk as he is now, so it just
it would still be going on.
Yeah. It would be ending. It would be ending right about now, but we would have started about 3 hours earlier than we started for this one.
True, real true.
I'm gonna let Stix get back to ridiculousness. I'm gonna let Ceizar sober up a little bit. I'm gonna let Brettzky go drink some milk and take a nap.
No. I'm writing some more fire raps, yo. Make sure you check out APPW newest theme song, the Notorious TGB. It's not just a little 15-second theme song. It is a full ass hip hop beat. Ceizar left because he's going to listen to it right now because he knows how good it is.
No, hell no.
He's going to listen to some fucking Vanilla Ice is what he's going to go do.
I am the greatest white rapper since Jack Harlow.
Fuck no.
Oh, fuck no.
Until
no.
It's Brettzky, Jack Harlow, Eminem.
Thank you for listening.
It's Brettzky, kill yourself.
I don't.
And then Jack Harlow, and then Eminem. You should learn to kill yourself before you listen to Brettzky.
You know all the plugs. Watch APPW. Watch the tripod coming this week. There'll be another cameo. I'm hoping they answer back on time.
Wait, was the dude in the cameo wearing a BWO shirt?
Yeah.
And then kill yourself before you listen to Brettzky rap.
Or you could.
Take a shotgun shell to your mouth before you listen to Brettzky.
Or the alternative is you could kill yourself after you listen, so that you actually get some.
Don't do it.
Sounds.
Don't do it.
All hell.
Don't do it.
Jesus Christ.
As Drake said, "Hey, whoa, fuck said it. Oh, don't do it."